From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Yes, sir. A special one. The CEO stand coming with the spoon. And you boy, South Bend. On the beat.
On the phone to get your information. On the phone to get my action.
I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just want you know. If the children provide for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening, my brother, to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Yeah. To spoon. You from Panjama, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Every weekend, my brother, to the spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You want to get a notion on the to the spoon. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What you want? Yes, everybody.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you want?
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon.
Balabadibadiba.
Spoon.
Skibidi-dabadi.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment. On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to get your spoon. Spoon,
Yes,
Yes, sir. A special one. The CEO stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, South Bend. On the beat.
on the phone to get your information. On the phone to get my action. Spoon, television.
I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just want you know.
And of course, folks, you tune into Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1, Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM, and a host of other frequencies relaying us all across Liberia. We're live on social media. We're live on Spoon TV, Super TV, Fabric TV. On YouTube, our handle is Spoon Talk. My name is Diamond Slanger. I'm producing tonight. Welcome to tonight's edition of One with the CEO. Today is Sunday, the first day of March 2026. Brand new month it is. I wish you all a happy new month. And for those of you born in the month of March, love to say a pre-birthday shout out to you. For those of you celebrating your birthday today, I love to say happy birthday to you as well. A belated one to Paul Kennedy, panelist here on the Spoon Network. Yesterday you celebrated your not today. Wish you all of the best, Mr. Kennedy. Well, we'll go to the phone lines for at least 10 minutes because we will be playing host tonight to Honorable Brownie Samukai, the executive chairperson of the Yellow Machine Board of Authority. He's already in the studio. A lot of conversations surrounding those machines and how they can transform Liberia, how they can be a pivotal part in providing the bread and butter issues here in Liberia, whether they're new machines as compared to what's being rumored that the old, the refurbished, and how many pieces of machines they come into the country and how are they going to be utilized, maintained, and of course, how are they going to serve the Liberian purpose? These plus many other questions he is going to answer tonight. So you need to share the show. For those of you watching us, please share this show in as many group chats and inboxes as possible. You don't want to be told what was said, so you want to listen in and get first-hand information. If you're listening via the radio, and you're in your community, you want your neighbors to listen in as well. Like I went to a particular area and the guys have Spoon Talk on a very big speaker, and have people listening all across. You can also spread the word around that Honorable Brownie Samukai is in studio and we'll be having conversations surrounding the earth movie equipment, quote unquote, the yellow machines, and other issues of national concern. So let's go to the phone lines now quickly to take some calls, beginning with this person here. Hello.
Good evening, Damo.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling us from?
Damo, this is David King. I joined my Spindle Hill resident.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Damo, my own concern has to do with this yellow machine authority. Mr. Bwaga told us that you are going to form a small and efficient government. But today, what we continue to see, we continue to expand the government. We continue to expand the government today. I read on social media that Masha I don't know if you have been promoted or demoted from assistant minister for urban affairs to assistant minister of peace building. I don't think that Minister of Internal Affairs anything for building.
Okay, sir.
So the government continue to expand and we're going to be paying that authority of the yellow machine, according to Brownie Samukai, the government will be giving them $4.2 billion.
All right, sir.
That is too much. Why would have the Ministry of Public Workforce?
All right. Mr. Samukai is in the studio here. He will answer to that. That's the beauty of having me on. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Hello, Dama.
You live. Please go ahead.
My name is Anthony Sale. I'm the vice president for Operation Metro Fund 2, Republic of Liberia, the motorcyclist organization.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I want to appreciate the president of the Republic of Liberia and all those that make it possible to have the yellow machine. But one of the things I want to bring to your attention, Dama, is that the car factory area on Jamaica Road, the place is smelling very, very bad. I want you, if you have the time this week, to send your team there. And right near the car factory area, when you pass there, you get to the death factory. The place is filled with dyes, and MCC are not taking it their way.
Okay.
Citizens in our area.
We'll follow up on that, sir. We'll follow up on that. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. 077771075 0101075. Those are the numbers to call. We have the executive of the Yellow Machine Board of Authority in studio. We have Mr. Crispon in studio as well. Hey, Zanaba, yeah, you bought him off on the trip still too, eh?
Focus on your job. Leave me alone, eh?
Oh, but I you see my question is start telling me on national radio.
Leave me alone, man.
Well, leave me alone.
When I coming back, sir, man. I coming back. You gave me hard time. I coming back. Focus on your job. Leave me alone.
You're going to this. All right, so while he's coming back, let's take this person and squeeze this person in. Hello.
Yeah, Daniel, how you doing? This
I'm
Oscar.
How are you, Oscar?
Yeah, Daniel, what my mind have to do with the yellow machine? Daniel, we have Minister of Power Work. We have Minister of Power Work. And the president went and appointed the yellow machine management team. And the budget of yellow machine management team is more than the Ministry of Power Work. Why would they?
Is it a yellow machine Board of Authority budget more than the Ministry of Public Works?
Well, 4.1 million.
More than the budget of the Ministry of Public Works.
Okay, no, if now you hire more than Public Works. So then the president telling us that he keen to pay by to his brothers and cousin there.
Okay.
Because you cannot have a Minister of Public Works. Then you hire someone one year cousin to make him managing team for the yellow machine. That will be a function of the Ministry of Public Works. That's my question.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Oscar. 077771075 055101075. Those are the numbers to call. 1 minute per caller. We have to squeeze it in. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Damo.
Yes, sir. You're live. Please go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Tegufu, and I'm a member of United Party International Bureau in Budget do community money. Damo, let me say this. I have a lot for the CEO. We love the network, but the way Senator being is so not fair.
What are you doing?
This age of our group, what we now, and I challenge our mom. You can't be the photo why you say you have for the speaker, but for you to probably.
So you wanna him to release the picture.
Only when I come to this speaker, I don't know whether you have a personal issue with the speaker or what.
He already on the show. Let me ask him. All right, let me ask him your question. Excuse me, sir. Question for information.
Yes, sir.
You get anything against the speaker?
Who speaker?
The one speaker will get one, get two speaker, one DJ.
No, I think you're talking about Fanatic Kofa. You talking about who?
The speaker that you know.
Oh, the regime speaker? If I get something against him?
The speaker, you get something against him?
That's what I tell the man to care woman in matrimony.
That's what the question is. You get something against
that me tell the man to care woman and he turn let up.
Sir, the question is, one of our ardent listeners said I should ask you. You get something against the man?
No, I guess I get. Remember to this Sunday, I get anything against the man. I forgive him.
You get because to this Sunday.
Yeah, to this Sunday I forgave him. Richard Kuda, my friend. As a matter of fact, let me call Richard Kuda right now. Let's see what he will answer. Wait. My man, we gotta please our follower. Let me see if I get Richard Kuda number. I get Richard Kuda answer. I got to get Richard Kuhn. We just got to do the people what? Oh, yeah, the man number honorable Richard Kuhn. Let it ring. I'm going to take it from my ear. But Damo, where you going again? Damo, where you going? No, Damo Khan. It's your speaker. Let's see Richard Kuhn answer. Richard Kuhn, my friend. Let's hear you answer. If the man answer, you start cussing crew. So now you answer, you start cussing. How you can behave? So now you answer, you must answer. Anytime I call him, he answer him a second sarcasm and crew. So let's see you answer. You won't answer? No matter my friend. But Damo, I go to church every Sunday, every Tuesday, Friday at prayer time. I got no enemy. Richard Kuna, my friend. Y'all see I called in the man, right? The man answering. Because he know that he can't answer and calls on the show. He calls on the show tonight. We will hold him in contempt. I will call Chief Justice Wese.
How many numbers you get?
I got 2 numbers for Richard Kun. I got all of his number, even his girlfriend number. I got it.
Numbers you get?
Huh?
How many numbers you have?
My own phone number?
Yeah.
7.
All right. Why if you call him 107 number?
But the mega answer. Okay, let's see how the mega answer, right? Let's see exactly. Hold on 1 minute, right? I think he got answering service on his phone. Let's see.
For WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'm calling him on WhatsApp. I'm calling him direct.
I'm calling him direct. But
why you calling him on answer now? And you say I'm making plan with him, man. Listen, tell me the left I live now. I got no worriness. I got nothing because I get everything to God. The man answer on national TV according to the speaker. The man scared to answer. I got nothing against him. I got nothing against the man. So all of you guys are asking if I get Sonny against Richard Kun. Yeah, that I call the man, right? But the man will not answer. Because he knows the first thing, if I call him, he can be causing. And I told him, I said, the day you cause me, I will hold you in contempt. And you know that I will hold you in contempt. You know that. I will call Chief Justice Bese and will hold you in contempt. According to the other number. So yeah, leave me with Richard Kun. Let's do our yellow machine conversation. Who else want me to call?
So we have the executive chairperson and national coordinator of the special.
So, so am I calling Richard Kun again? Am I calling Richard Kun?
But you say you call it a mega answer now. So we're gonna spend a week.
No, so you agree with me, right? I got no problem with Richard Kun. I got no beef with him, right?
I'm constrained to agree with you because you don't know if you are calling Richard Kun, you're going to say that Richard Kun you are calling. Yeah.
So I'm a short let man look. Let man. I
won't see.
I call you the man. I get the man got the phone number. I get all the number.
Like man picture there.
Yeah, like man picture, man. The man, my man. The only thing I tell you, man, my man. If you carry the thing in your room, be careful. Don't carry it in the same room that you get where you're wet. Hey, you know, but I don't wait till this Sunday. That will not make me bad, man. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and guests, it's good to have you all. We're so happy to have you share the show. Today we got the Honorable Samukai. Samukai is on the show, former minister, defense minister. The man that won his senatorial seat, but Joey took it from him. We got him today. The chief coordinator, strategic executive mansion for Yellow Machine. We're going to talk all day for Yellow Machine. Let me ask you a question. Some of you that agree that the Yellow Machine thing is good. I agree with you, right? No mistake. Jacob, no mistake. I agree. I agree with other people that are saying if the Yellow Machine, we put bread and butter on the table. And I begin to wonder, Jacob, I want someone to explain to me how this Yellow Machine going to help a Liberian out there. I respect everybody's argument. So for that reason, once Honorable Samukai appear, we'll not bring any other panelists on. Damn. We just take only one more. We wait a few seconds for one more. Because we want to have enough time, right, Jacob, to ask our question. We got a lot. The Liberian people, they are waiting. And I heard, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I can announce it. They say Gregory Kumar ready to come by and talk to me on Spoon Talk. Somebody advised Gregory Kumar to come by on Spoon Talk tomorrow. Gregory, my friend. Somebody advised him to come by to talk to me on Spoon Talk tomorrow. You don't want to miss that show. Let me digress a little bit. You don't want to make the IG Gregory Kumar coming back and talk to me tomorrow. They say he coming with a deputy, a former deputy, a present deputy, a past deputy, the first deputy, the second deputy. The man say all of them coming. They will say what's up tomorrow. What did I do to them that they coming on Spoon Talk? All of them. But I'm gonna put the flyer up quickly. I know we got a few seconds. We'll bring in the Honorable Samukai. I'm gonna put the flyer up.
We're still working on the flyer before the close.
The flyer that they sent. I want to name who all coming tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And I am surprised. I am surprised, but I will say this to you. We welcome Gregory Kumar tomorrow. We got a lot of questions for him. We got a lot of questions for Gregory Kumar tomorrow. I want to say to all of you, not only Gregory Kumar, the man coming with a first deputy. The first question I want to ask Gregory Kumar, why he fires my sister Cecilia Clark. Damo, that's my first question. Why you fire Cecilia Clark? It is important to me because Cecilia is my sister. No. The man beg the woman and reassign the woman, but we agree. I want to know the first thing why you fire her. We agree on that reassignment. They say Gregory Kuma coming tomorrow, March 2nd. The Deputy for Administration 101. The Deputy for Operation 102. Gregory Kuma himself. And say another person, but they can't share that person there. I don't know why. They put their own flyer. Let me put that flyer up. They did their own flyer. There you go. Look at the flyer. Damo, you got this? It's in the chat room, Damo.
Yeah, I'll take it from there. I get it, but I'll go there.
Now, please put it up real quick. But Gregory Coleman's stomach got him bigger. Wow. Check up.
Yeah, the RG not training.
No, if it's not, this is, let me say it. Today is Sunday, yeah? We cannot have police arrest us stomach getting big and he can run. No, to be frank. If everybody in my government, I will fire you if you start getting fat.
Why you running? Why you running?
My man, how will you run beyond criminal?
Now the police are not going to run beyond criminal.
Well, police director is the number one police.
If you go that water side right now, somebody just the Omar Bear. How Gregory come and run behind that person?
Yeah. See, you want the last time you saw police chief running behind somebody anywhere else?
I mean, yeah, police chief and run behind people. Yeah, we know that it happens all the time. I'm surprised. No, if you open the phone, people want Gregory to reduce, especially, I mean, I don't know what this thing happening in Liberia. All the guys stomach BB, all the men, all the guys they said after enjoyment. No, the only person stomach not be that DeLong. They don't part of Sunday road when he can't get fired. You can get fired. So let me put this thing up and ladies and gentlemen, share the show. We got the Honorable Brian Samuel. There you go. Wait, am I making a mistake? Check out, look at the mess of it.
I don't know. maybe that like I don't know, AR or what it maybe.
That's not AI. I've seen Gregory before. That's not AI. Gregory wasn't looking like that when we used to hang out. I've seen him before. Yeah. Same Gregory took over the job. Gregory was getting fat like hell.
Maybe got a beard. The man got to stay fit.
Stay fit. Now how you run behind criminal? But ladies and gentlemen, we're having Gregory Coleman. Gregory Coleman and his team would be on Spoon Talk tomorrow. I heard they didn't talk to me, just to add. I heard they will be on Spoon Talk tomorrow, but I welcome them because I want to give him a hard time like hell. And especially, listen, can they bring this guy, T Swen? I'm begging Gregory, he got to bring T Swen tomorrow. T Swen is my Uno man. No. I think T Swen retired. That man, is he still there?
I have to check.
No, the people want T Swen. T Swen are the man. No. The people want T Swen. T Swen got to show face tomorrow. That one, T Swen ain't coming, they ain't coming. They got to show face tomorrow. T Swen, that's the man. Like man picking time. T Swen is my man. So I want to say to all of you tomorrow, we're going to be having a great show with Gregory Coleman. He and his team coming on today. Of course, we had to reschedule Asset Recovery Councilor Clark Mountain. He was scheduled to appear today. Maybe we'll bring him next week or sometime this week. But we are in position. We are in studio. We'll be speaking to the Honorable Brian Samukai. Listen to me, my friend. This will be a very, very interesting show. Share the show. Tell somebody they can find us on YouTube. They will also find us on Spoon FM, Fabric Super, Voice of Liberia, and all over where you can find your social media. Join us. Let's have a wonderful time. Kefiko Ahmed Hassan, I beg you, Kev, my sympathy to you. They take all the Alatola, Kev. Your grandpa, I beg you, Kev, my sympathy to you.
Okay? Kev fasting?
I know him for nowhere. I know him for nowhere.
You're so tired. I want to say to all of you, man, I'm free, but let me talk about talking. T Swen, I retired. T Swen retired. We'll still bring him on. I want to say to all of you, we are so happy today. Are we ready? let's talk to the Honorable Samukai.
Yes, sir. We are ready. We can now bring on the Executive Chairperson and National Coordinator of the Special Presidential Projects Coordination Committee, Honorable Brandon Samukai. He's in the studio. Here he is our special guest for tonight.
Yeah, so you're not getting man the long title, right? The only thing I would say, my man, we talk about Yellow Machine. Yeah, I respect the man title, no problem with that. Executive Chairperson, Special Coordinator, Minister of State, Executive Marshal, Republic of Liberia. Your Honor, may it please your honor, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
You're quite welcome. It's so good that we have you on. We're going to keep it with few panelists tonight because we want the Liberian people to have enough, and we also like to get enough from this conversation. This is not anything that we can laugh about. It's the legacy for this government, the legacy for Unity Party, and how the people are going to benefit. So we're going to go deeper. We're going to ask you the hard question, and we want to say we are pleased and we are happy that I'm joined by Jacob Jala, Kev Hassan, Jacob from CMC, Kev from CDC, and I'm here as an independent, and Dama is producing for us tonight. Welcome to the show, sir. Dama, get us some feedback from you, bro. I don't know if you get a phone on this phone, maybe turn it off.
Yeah, let me do that quickly while we speak to the Honorable.
Hello, Honorable. Go ahead, sir. Welcome to the show. Give us your intro. Thank you for coming into our studio. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much, CEO. I'm very glad to be back. I'm happy to be on your show to help to explain about the yellow machines and also to provide clarification on some of the information that came on this show regarding whether they were new machines or old machines or refurbished machines. So I'll try my best to see how I can help to clarify that.
You muted. CEO, you muted.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, let's just get into it. You know, we are not stranger. Everybody wants to know. I mean, what's the next step? First of all, the argument right now that we should get into, how many machines on the first consignment that came into the country?
Yeah, the first consignment of 137 machines out of the 285 plus 2305 got in this week. We were able to offload them. It took us 3 days going now, given a technical capacity of those machines and our capability. So we're able to bring 137. There were 19 what they call low beds, 19 service trucks, 20 pickups, 1 backhoe, 19 excavators, 1 compactor, 19 bulldozers, I would say 1 tractor head, 19 fuel tankers, and 19 water tankers. So those are the equipment that arrived, and we'll move those machines in the middle of this gone week. The next consignment of about 168 are already on the way from China, and they should be here before the end of this March. Hopefully, out of the end of this March or sometime the first week of April, but definitely the ship is on its way right now, and we hope that they'll get you on time.
So 168 coming next, 137. Yes. The total arrangement was 285, but you now including the 20 pickup truck. Am I correct?
That's correct. So that makes it 305.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. Are these machines old machines? How can you prove people?
I sent you a picture. I was there myself. It's brand new from the factory. The ship that came was a ship from China. Let's say a truck is on its way to Bapolo, for an example, on the way to Grand Cru, or on the way to Bopley, or on the way to River G, or on the way to any far places. And there are many other customers who have their goods that they want to put on the truck. So you have somebody who put their truck, cassava leaf on the truck, somebody who put the cassava itself on the truck, somebody who put their planting on the truck, and any other goods that it may have. That is what happened to the ship that came. Yes, there were some used machines that were on the vessel, and those machines were brought in by customers who were shipping things to Liberia. The new machines, and all of them are all brand new. As a matter of fact, when the machine arrived, the technician from the factory was also here, the Chinese technician. He had to do some work on the machine just to add up, like some of the lights, some of the flashing lights that you saw on it, some of the mirrors on the left and right, and some other thing that he needed to do at the time because they had just come from the factory, now been used. So whoever provided that information is absolutely incorrect. The correct information is these are all brand new machines that Liberia has ordered for.
Let me hold you back. And again, that's why we are not bringing anyone in. We want to ask 3-4 questions for the Liberian people. Hearing you are the boss man on this yellow machine. You just said some other machines were on the ship for customers, and those machines were old. Did I hear you right?
That's correct. That is correct.
I thought we just chartered the ship just for these 137 pieces.
He did not charter the ship. The supplier paid for his portion stays on the ship that was coming to Liberia. That was what happened. So the next ship that will be the same thing. The Liberian government will pay any money for any ship to bring anything to Liberia. We pay for the what they call CIF. That means we pay from the factory for them to deliver to Liberia. Cost, insurance, and fee. CIF. That's how we pay for it, not FOB.
So the how you call it? The company that won the bid, that brought the machine in for us, they were bringing separate machine for themselves.
None of our business.
I'm just asking. I want to narrow down to who brought old machine with our new machine. We got to be very clear because
I just gave you a clear example. Stanton Weatherford has a truck that he's taking to Ibedi. I have goods that I'm putting on. Damo has goods he's putting on. Jacob Jackson has goods he's putting on. Kev Hassan has goods he's putting on. That's what it was. So when the truck gets to Ibedi, everybody will take down their goods. And that's what happened to the ship. And the ship left almost immediately after the discharge, all of the goods. They left immediately.
My last question. Are you going to listen, by going through the VIN numbers of those machines, we will know when they were manufactured, right? I mean, it's like your own car.
The good thing is all the journalists are there. They had a privilege and opportunity to see the vessels close enough and even touch those vessels.
Okay. Let me bring in Jacob Jala. Jacob, let's stick with this because we gotta have this conversation, whether those were refurbished machine, old machine, or whether they are brand new. I want to come to you, Kev Hassan, and Dama, don't go too far. You'll be part of the conversation because you are
colleagues. It's evident that the ship that the machines are brand new.
Okay. Thank you.
We have to trust the words of your colleagues and the words of others with them. You saw the machine. They're not refurbished. Not even a single one is refurbished. All of them are brand new. Completely brand new. So the significance of going back and forth for those who are doubting, if you want to, I'm not saying you can go there, but it's on a military base. Brand new. We have another 18.
Will you make the manifest available? Can you share the manifest? For the sake of argument, the manifest that we have, the VIN numbers of those machines and other information that people can verify themselves.
Yeah, but they can see it. The machines are here. Your colleague Damo is there. All the other media personalities are there. I trust if there's one media person who will come and say they went there and saw a refurbished machine, bring them up on the show. Bring them on the show.
Jacob. And we said thank you for coming, Minister Samuka, seriously, to help clear the air. Jacob, let's come to you, sir.
Yes. So thank you, Honorable Samuka. So Stanton was just trying to find out, are we still like on the question of whether it was refurbished or not, or we're moving on with a new
Jacob, I'm not going to censor your question. That's why the minister here. Some of you from the other side question the machine, whether they were old. You have opportunity now to ask questions to the
No. I got his explanation around the question of whether the machine is refurbished, old, or brand new. He now says it is brand new. So I take his word for it. The media people can try to go and verify, but I take it as it is on that question. Maybe my concern, my question. My first question, I have a number of questions, but my first question precisely kind of focused on mainly on, for example, the durability of the equipment, or even like the whether the equipment then the quality of the equipment. Let me put it at that. So whether this equipment is high quality, whether it's medium quality, whether it's low quality, I don't know whether he can say something about the quality and the durability of the equipment, because we know that in China, China is a huge manufacturing. It's a factory. It's a huge factory manufacturing for the world, and we all have some ideas about China on the grade level of the quality of products they produce. They have different levels, and also there are inferior goods that can be manufactured, but there can be high quality goods too. So, not to speak ill about China, but let me come back to my question. I just wanted to say something about the quality, the durability, and as far as the pricing is concerned, because we heard first before this whole matter that there was $85 million for this equipment, and now we're hearing around $22 million. That kind of price collapse makes some of us to ask more questions about the quality and the durability of the equipment. Can you say something about that? Thank you.
Thank you. The quality of the machines are of excellent quality. The durability of the machine and its efficiency will depend on our ability to maintain them sufficiently, have a very maintenance policy and maintenance program that support that, and the way in which we utilize the machines. So I believe that they are of excellent quality, very good quality that we use to the benefit of the Liberian people. On the issue of pricing, I don't know much about pricing. We already, as it was in the papers, what I know is that the machines, there were 285 machines plus 200 pickup were coming, and I was given the task to manage, operate, and maintain those equipment. And I believe that the staff that we have right now, appointed by the president, are reasonably qualified to make sure that the policies are in place before the machines are deployed. The deployment policy will be in place. The maintenance policy will be in place. Policy of spare parts, requisitioning, acquisitioning, and all of those things will definitely be put in place to make sure that they become usable for our people, become efficiently utilized. So yes, those machines are of the highest quality.
Thank you, Jacob. Kev, do you have a question?
Yes, let me say hi.
CEO, before Kev, I had a follow up. I don't know why I unmuted.
No, but you paused. We got to move on back there.
My follow up was around the cost, the total cost, the total value. How much did it cost the country for
22 million? 22 million
for all 300.
22 million US dollars.
Okay.
That also includes spare parts for about 2 years and 4 servicing periods and training as well. So I think it's a very decent package. Though negotiated for the package, they did extremely well. So we have some experts from the factory in town who will be helping us to train some of those who will remain behind, and will be ready to make sure that they provide that service. I think they negotiated very well.
Okay. Yeah, Standard, you may move on. Yeah.
Kev, go ahead, please.
Let me say hi, Minister. How are you?
Yes.
Okay. Before I ask you my question, quick, who chartered the ship?
The supplier.
The supplier chartered the ship.
No, I don't think we chartered the ship. He just wanted space on the ship in order to bring the machines that we bought that we were buying for him. His job was to deliver those machines.
So his suppliers chartered the ship. I
don't know about chartering. I don't know anything about chartering. Zero.
Okay. The reason I asked you that question, you said it's like having a truck bringing goods, people putting stuff into it. What I'm getting from you here, you're confirmed to the Liberian people today there were all machine on that ship. You confirm it.
Yes, there's no fear about that.
Yes. So some of the machine that was old were being moved towards your site.
No.
Yes, we saw it. The minister.
I said minister because you don't know, and let me explain. Are you asking if some of the old machine were moved to that side, or you just?
Yeah. I'm telling the minister. Minister, I'm telling you what we saw on social media and what we saw. The old machine will be moved, and you confirm to the Liberian people there was old machine. We never saw any other person going there for the machine. The machine that we saw was old machine are being moved to the site, to the location that you guys told Liberian people that it was going to be. So and you confirm that it was an old machine. My question to you to differentiate who was taking the machine from the port.
I'm trying to explain to you. When the vessels came, we had one tractor head and 18 flatbeds. One tractor head and 18 flatbeds. The flatbed were in the middle portion of the ship. So you have to offload the bulldozer, the excavators, the compactor down. When you offload it down, you have to put it on a flatbed. But your flatbed of 18 are in the middle of the ship. So what did we do? We went to the trucking union and we chartered tractor heads. We chartered load beds. We got some from Public Works. And we put our machines, our brand new machines, on Nigerian equipment that will be rented. That's what you saw. So the old tractor head was not ours. So that's what you saw. The old flatbed that we put the Caterpillar on top, 31 tons, is what you saw. That's what it was. So it had nothing to do with confirm or did not confirm.
Wait. Listen, it's not for you alone. I need to understand. Liberians need to understand. It's very important that we give the minister a chance to explain. Minister, the flatbed never came with the ship. Am I correct?
Yeah, we had 18 new flatbeds.
No, the one that moved the trucks, the yellow machine. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. But those flatbeds, if you were on the road yesterday, if you were on the road on Friday, you will see our new flatbeds, brand new. But we had to charter from the union. Go back to the free port. Do your homework, Kev. Go do your homework. Go to the free port. We charter for Liberia to their business. We paid $1,000s for them to be able to help us.
Minister, I have limited time. Let me continue. Minister, let me continue.
Kev, we don't have limited time. Let him finish. You still asking your question, Kev, please. Damo, can you please increase the minister's volume? He's going too low, please. Go ahead, Minister Samuel. Yeah, it's better.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what you saw was the ship that brought multiple goods to Liberia. We had our consignment of 137, including trucks, excavators, flatbeds, low beds. We had low beds. There. Flatbed, I'm sorry, that was there. Our customer had the goods. We took our goods down. Did we have the capacity immediately to move them to the parking lot? The answer is no. Why? Because we brought one tractor head on this assignment plus 19 low beds. So you needed to rent from the Liberian people to the union their low beds and their tractor head. So we rented 18 tractor heads plus 18 low beds. Popular Work even contributed some of the tractor heads. And that rental, we pay the union for our trucks. Their trucks will come and pick up the goods from the
So can we squeeze in a quick question? I would like the explanation. Those 18 tractor head and low bed you rented, now the new one that came, did any one of them break down?
Yes.
Thank you.
They broke down because of the pin. Because the machine that we have were brand new machines today. And those tractor heads were probably 10, 15, 20 years old. You know, technology change, adjustment are made. So some broke down and others were very good and they were able to fit and were able to bring them.
So the one that people got on social media or break down, it got nothing to do with what you brought in now.
No. It has nothing to do with what you brought in.
Yes. I mean, and that's why it's important that we have this conversation because people believe, it's very important because people see one truck and say you brought it in and it broke down.
Yeah, there was one. No, the one that we brought never broke down. The one that we rented, one of them broke down in the port, not in the street, in the port. It was a 31 tons. You know what a 31 ton is? How many pounds is that? 31 times 2,000 a ton. So you give an idea of how heavy the machine was. And secondly, those trucks had to be at least 2 axes. That means it got 10 tires. Well, I don't call 10 tire truck. Yes, it had to be 10 tires, strong enough to be able to pull this machine. So it is quite strange that your colleagues who were there, the journalists who were there, have the evidence.
Minister, let me ask you this.
Don't take my word for it. Journalists.
Okay, Minister, let me ask you this. How many Minister, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How many machines that are going to fix the road, imply the road? I'm not talking about the trucks, water trucks. How many machines, the yellow machine that the municipality sold to us, how many machines were among the 137 consignment that came?
So you got 19 excavators. 19.
No, I want you to break it down for Mamiri.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. You say how many machines will be utilized?
No. Break it down for Mamiri. Yeah, Mamiri, know what you call it.
You know, get a long something.
Yeah,
you know, get a long something. You know, get a giraffe. If you not get a long something, they can knock the hill down, can bring the hill down. You got 19 of them on there. What BBT work can call a caterpillar, the bulldozer. Got a bulldozer. We brought 19 of those. I mean, that's what you're talking about. We're going to have 19 of those. We're going to have 19 compactor. I mean, we're going to have backhoes, 19.
No. That's what came in among the 137?
Yes. Those are the ones that
So look at roughly 40.
No, it's only 19.
So 19. Only 19 came.
All of the equipment, with the exception of the pickups, are 19 pieces that will be coming in totality.
19 pieces. So we're talking about. What
are you saying? Can we move on? Because I don't want us to confuse. Let me move on. I don't know where you're going with this one, Becky.
But you don't know where I'm going. The minister is answering it.
Yeah, but Kev, when you finish your question, this is not one-on-one with Kev. Relax now. We'll come back to you.
Okay, but let me.
Jacob asked 2 questions. You asked for the 4th question already. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you, please. Minister, let me go back to this argument. You know, I'm trying my best to be as independent as possible.
Right.
Because like when people watch this show. And thank you for joining us. We need to kill the argument whether this machine was wrong. I mean, was old, or whether they are refurbished. And you said it right without holding back. Instead that we didn't charter the ship, but the ship brought other people goods.
Right.
Now I see people leaving that argument about now. They tell you how my machine, you must tell my mirror whether you get scorpion here or elephant here. So I'm confused now. Are we done with whether this machine are old? Now, I'm happy also for you to say that the money spent, $22 million almost for this machine. You wasn't part of the negotiation.
No.
You did a negotiation, everything. You just there now to move this machine work forward. So let the Liberian people understand. We are expecting 168 machine. Can you clarify again? When we talk about machine, it's not only Caterpillar. When we talk about yellow machine, it comes in different specs. It comes in different. It can be bulldozer. It can be water toss. Can you help us understand when we talk about yellow machine, what we are talking about? Because people see pickup truck, they say, oh, they brought pickup truck. They saw water toss. They say, oh, that water toss machine. What do you call yellow machine 285?
Okay. When you are about to begin road construction, there's a package of equipment that are needed. There's a package of equipment. You need a motor grader, the one that grades the road. You need a compactor when you are almost finishing the road and trying to compact. That means make the road hard and thick and good. You need a front end loader. You need an excavator. I mean, these are all equipment that comes as part of the package. But you need dump truck to bring the dirt. You need what you call the 966. Like people call it 966, the one that get a bucket in the front with a teeth. You need that. That's what we'll bring as part of the package. You can't first roll with just a dump truck, but the whole package simply is called yellow machines. We could have called it equipment. We could have called it construction equipment. We could have called it several dump trucks are coming in a variety of names. But the name that caught on when the beginning of this conversation was yellow machines. So that is the reason why it's called yellow machine. The pickup being white doesn't mean that it's not part of the yellow machine package. It is part of the yellow machine package. So every other machines are yellow. The pickup just happen to be white from the manufacturer. We could have told them to paint it. But the most important thing, if I can address some of your concerns, check the counters, check the machines. All of them from the factory have the flags of each of the 15 counties in our country. When the machine finally arrive in its totality and they proceed to the temporary packing in Camway and Kiri, we will line the machines up. Kev, all of the machine will be lined up. Whoever you have at that time to invite them to come to the place where the machines are, you go up to be able to see. We'll ask permission for the location where the machines are. Let the public come and see. So you can see ain't no fake. Because everybody hoping that they will catch the government in some kind of didiba. They'll catch the government in some kind of trick, eating money. No. These machines were bought through the process of integrity. Vice President went there. Public Works Deputy Minister went up there. Journalists or whoever saw it, they reported from China on the machines. The machines were bought. So there's no trick. On this one, Kev, you can't catch us because there's nothing we did wrong with it.
Thank you very much. I'm going to bring Damo Slanger. We'll do it. No, let's get Damo. We'll do another round. I know we're going to listen, guys. Just continue to share the show. We got the chief coordinator for this whole logistic. We want to talk about how you're going to put bread and butter on people's table. We're going to talk about it way forward. With government oversight now, how would this make or break this government? And everybody, you guys, you can ask your question. And I hope we'll be able to answer your question today. We'll open the phone line, something we don't do one-on-one, because the mindset to say that these are old machines, well, how they would train people. Ask your question. It's time for you to talk, my fellow Liberians. Whether you from the Boklon Jre, Insano Kante, or you from Lofa, or you from Grand Bassa, wherever you're from, it's time for you to address this issue today here on Spoon Talk. Dama, let's hear you, my friend.
Yeah, CEO. So I listened to the executive chairperson of the Special Presidential Projects Coordinating Committee speak to the arrival of the ship. So thankfully, for the fact that we are here to provide factual information, because this network is a reputable institution, there were 256 different equipment on board that ship. 256. I know that because I spoke to a broker whilst I was at the port. Remember when we were doing the video, there were Shackman trucks on that ship. Orange, yellowish like Shackman trucks. Those trucks were not part of the consignment. They were Shackman trucks. So if you go back to the video, you can see those Shackman trucks were just at the edge of the ship. They were stuck on log piles like sticks. So when I asked and someone said no, they're not part of the government's consignment. They were for a private company. So I just wanted to make that point as to what former Minister Samuka said, based on the fact that we were there. Yeah. So somebody should be asking that question. Where are those brand new Shackman trucks? Why are they not amongst the government consignment? Because there were other private vendors who had their equipment on board the ship. I'll mention the name of a school, For Life Zoe. If you watch the video again, you will see a white truck at the edge of the ship.
Right.
That white truck is for Life Zoe. Their CEO himself posted the picture on Facebook when we did that video and circled his truck. That they too had a consignment on the ship. So whereas we encourage criticism, it's also fair that these machines are out there. We as the media, we are there to bring factual information, and we're not politicians. So the politicians can play their politics, and we will speak to what we went out there to do. So anybody can watch the videos, go out for the process and everything, and provide their information. But from what I saw and what I reported for the reputable Spoon Network, what we witnessed, there were several other consignments on board that ship that did not belong to the government of Liberia. If you take out 110 from 256, the rest were for private vendors and contractors. I just
Thank you for clarifying. We'll give you a chance to expand, Minister Samuka. Talk to us.
And you know, when the next shipment arrives, hopefully by the end of this month or thereabout, you may see similar thing. You may see other people shipping goods to the country, and you may see those things. We'll go to see what the Liberian government is carrying, what the Liberian government has packed and taken. As a matter of fact, we had some little technical issues that the reason why you didn't see the media from the front. Next time, we'll make sure the media will be in the vehicle so that there's no aspect of that movement anybody will miss. And they themselves be able to count each and everything and confirm and affirm that these equipment are all brand new.
So let's just do another round. The reason why I'm pausing, right? And I think maybe the government have a problem here. When you sell the message, I'm bringing yellow machine, the mind of our Liberian people want the machine to be yellow. Am I correct, Honorable Samuka?
I think it's just the commonality of trying to make it easier for people to understand. Because the government could have said we're bringing 285 construction machines.
Okay.
285 vehicles, 285 equipment. The government simply chose the word yellow, and it picked up. The media pick it up. We all pick it up. It became part of the discussion. Now it has become part of the official records. But it doesn't mean that it can't be white.
And that's why I want to give you the chance to explain to folks that really expecting to get out on the street in Foya, get out on the street in Bomay. They want to see yellow machine, but they're seeing red machine, they're seeing white. So and that's the message we need to now tell the people. Say no.
There won't be any color red machine. There'll not be any color brown machine. There'll not be any color green machine. Nevertheless, the flags.
Here's the truck. I'll send you the picture. This is the exact truck.
Please upload it.
Yes. So he's right because he was there. And the pickup is white and it's going to be white. For now, that's what it is. That was what available. Okay. That's what I bought. And that's what I'm going to be able to use as part of the whole project and package. So it is important to note that every kind of activity has, that's correct, has a buzzword, catchword. In this particular case, these equipment catchwords became known as yellow machines. That was the simplest way to explain to our people. For example, if you went out of town, when our people see a big D8 of whatever brand, they call it Caterpillar. Why? Because that was the machine the guy used to. Years back in the 1940s and 50s and 60s, there was Caterpillar that were here right down Waterside, right there before you take the road going to LEC Gate. On the left-hand side, that's where the Caterpillar used to be. That's where the company used to be. So literally all machines, if you went up country, they will either tell you a yellow machine or they will tell you a Caterpillar. Or they will call it bulldozer. I mean, so those are catchwords that the people use and are familiar with.
Okay, let me go back to Jacob. Beautiful show, folks. You were asked a question. We'll open the line. We hope we'll be able to satisfy all of your concern, whether you're for government or you're not for government. These machines are for the Liberian people. You need to ask your question. Brother Jacob, let's come back to you, your question.
Yes, I have a number of questions, but I will just go with the first one. So, Mr. Samuka, I think it's obvious, there's absolutely no doubt over your experience and your record working Ministry of Defense, working with the military and all of that. That is quite known to everyone, and nobody, I don't know anybody would doubt that experience of yours. However, there have been question marks raised over whether you have the relevant experience and the expertise to manage such a large set of equipment, because over 300 machines, equipment, that's quite a lot of logistics to manage, especially when we see, for example, in the private sector companies, big mining companies, kind of in a way trying to get away from directly managing large equipment of that nature because of the logistical nightmare associated with it, managing it, tracking and all of that. So can you say something about your expertise in terms of whether you have any previous experience managing large equipment like this to avoid some of the problems we have across the Liberian government in the past, where you had the police can get ballot equipment before you make up your mind, it's all gone. Government of Liberia have a terrible record historically managing equipment and assets like these. But what can you say about your experience in this light?
At the U.S. Army Quartermaster School, where the logistics command is located in St. Petersburg, Virginia, USA. I'm a quartermaster by my MOS, occupational specialty. Whether it is fleet management, what is the broad spectrum of logistics, that's where my background started back in 1986. So since then, I was in the G4 section until the war took place. G4 is the logistic arm of the Armed Forces of Liberia. So that's where I worked until the war took place. So yes, I have the basic knowledge that is required. Minimum knowledge you have, and expanded experience. That's what it does. You are trained in year one, and over the years, you develop the experience cumulatively. So that cumulative experience of managing persons and assets is something that I've done for almost over 40 years. So that experience is not a single one, but it's in totality of your experience. So that is what I bring, the capacity to make those strategic decisions, to make strategic determination, develop policies, and build a team to make sure that we have a team of individuals who will support the efforts that we are doing. I'm not going to be the one to go under the truck to fix the tire, but we'll develop a team of experts to be able to do that. For example, in hiring the operative of those equipment, the Ministry of Public Works is going to take the lead on that one. We will simply make the announcement along with Public Works, and the testing of those individuals will be done by the Ministry of Public Works. That, delineation of functions, it makes it much easier. Then under that framework, we're going to have a POL officer, for an example. POL means petroleum oil lubricants. We're going to have a logistics officer, for an example. We're going to have individuals who specifically are responsible to dispense fuel, for an example. We're going to have a counter coordinator, for an example, to make sure the decisions taken by the county, and identified by Public Works in its design and the BOQ, that means the cost. And finally, affirm, we then provide the managerial skills, the management skills, the strategic management skills to get that mission accomplished. So once they say they want to move from location A to open the road going to location B, and that is determined by the county authorities, that is not our determination. We will then support, manage, maintain those equipments and the personnel to make sure that mission is accomplished. So those skill set, I think I've developed over time. In managing resources, large group of people, money, resources, providing strategic guidance, strategic direction, building a team. That's what we do, yes. So the totality of my education, my training and experience, I bring to bear on this kind of assignment. Like I said, this is a mission-oriented assignment, meaning the president wants it done, we call it the commander's intent, we execute the mission.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. And see, my next question will be around, for example, we used to see with the UN mission, the UN mission on mail, they had a great strategy, in terms of managing their vast fleet of assets around. Something, for example, they used to have like a radar system to track the mileage, where the equipment is, and all of that. I think that technology is very well. People, what can you say about that, so that these equipment don't start disappearing across the borders and somebody take it early in the bush before they go out by, and we talk about 300, our numbers start going down and all of that kind of thing. Do you have anything in the age of technology? I don't know the details, but in terms of funding to protect these assets.
The machines are coming with the capacity of GPS location, GPS tracking. They will come and will be installed here, and we'll be able to determine where that machine is. We'll make a determination on when is the maintenance check that's supposed to happen to machine A versus machine B, the different specs that need to happen. We have a program to enable us to do that. So each and every one of those machines will form part of the GPS tracking system, and we have a maintenance program that will allow us to know this machine needs to be maintained versus that machine that was not utilized for the number of hours or the time they have brought them. So yes, so all of these skill set and technology will be brought into bear.
Okay.
Again, we want to welcome you. We got to go. We'll come back to
one last question. There, I'll keep quiet now. Then I'll just get one last question. See you are back. I wanted to ask a key question about the private sector, because our government is getting involved. However, we know we have a whole industry here of road work companies, private sector companies. They have employees, they have equipment, and now that we see government moving these large assets in the road sector, there are concerns about destroying the domestic private sector, particularly engineering companies and all of that. So can you say something about the role of the private sector in all of this? Because I know the government doesn't want to do good, but also doing harm by damaging other companies who are already participating. So what is the role of the private sector in all of this asset and role and equipment? Thank you.
Well, there's a benefit to the private sector, and I believe that together we'll make it work. The activities of the Ministry of Public Works is very clear in the statute. So they have the funding to provide for contracting and contractors to be able to perform road work, so that never get inhibited. As a matter of fact, the present budget of over $100 million and the Ministry of Public Works give them the capacity to involve the private sector. These yellow machines are part of the president's office, the president's initiative. So it become a special presidential project. It's concerned that we need to open our roads to our people, so that individual who is pregnant or is sick, that need to get from location A to the hospital, will have easy access to get there. To be able to speed up goods and services in those locations, they will have access to get there. And there'll be other things that will be involved. For an example, all of the disposable income available to those individuals, about 1,000 plus, who will be working. That disposable income in the area in which they are, about 63 of them, 31 and 32. So it's 63 of them in the different counties will bring enough money to the county to the benefit of the people and those who sell in the markets, whether it's buying water, whether it's food, Lapabido, and many things that have come out. But at the same time, we are looking at opportunities that will allow the private sector to be involved directly. But that will require approval and funding, additional funding, particularly on the issue of crushed rocks. Liberia is endowed with so many hills and mountains of rocks that are literally lying down out there. For example, between Vonjama, Kolao, and Foya, for example, there's a lot of rocks. If you went to Zwedru, there's a lot of mountain of rocks. If you went to Bopolu, there's a lot of mountain of rocks. On your way going from Greenville to to Grand Cru, there's a lot of hills with rocks all out there. We need to harness that. If we need to utilize that, we have to find a way that the private sector can be involved to the benefit of the people in the county. So I think, yes, there is an involvement of the private sector in some respect. And if those other plans that I approve, then there'll be a greater involvement of the private sector and the public benefiting from it.
Again, we appreciate you coming on Spoon. We'll continue with this discussion. We want to welcome the representative from Rhode Island, represents the Nathan Beer. We also like to welcome Acid Dome to the show. We want to close. Can we? Representative Nathan, let me meet you a little bit. We got you the bad feedback. We want to close it right here because that's enough of a panelist for today, and we hope we can hang on with you to ask these very tough questions. Minister, before I go to Kev Hassan, talk to us about this new committee budget. How much is the budget? How much have you?
Yeah, I was asking a question of $4 million. I know nothing about $4 million. Zero. I don't know where they got that information from. That $4 million somebody gave us or budgeted for us, that information is false. There's nothing about $4 million anywhere. What I'm aware of is that the budget had already passed in January, thereabout. The committee came out in February. So obviously, it was post-budget period. But the government considered it as a matter of priority and tried to put up some funding for that particular purpose. And that funding was for the first, what we call immediate funding. Funding needed to take care of shipping, to pay for what we call delivery. Funding needed for the clearing or for the temporary storage of those equipment. Funding needed to make sure that all of the trucks that we're going to hire are paid so that the trucking union can get their money. You go and ask them, they will tell you, so they can get their money. So the immediate funding was requested for that. Second to the immediate funding was the funding for the next 90 days. When the trucks arrive, finally, all of the work that needed to be done. Then subsequently, we then produce a budget for the operations of these machines. That budget has not yet been approved. That budget is not even in the neighborhood of what you're talking about. $4 million, I can do nothing to those equipment. Just buying fuel by itself, it's almost 2 or 3 times that, depending on whether you're running 100% or depending on the percentage of use of those equipment. So there's no $4 million to give anybody anywhere.
So how much was your emergency funding budget?
Say again?
How much was your emergency funding budget?
It was $1 million and change. They brought it down to about 900 and change. 900,000 and change.
Have you proposed budget for this new job you have gotten?
Yes.
How much?
It has not been approved, so I have to wait until they get it approved.
So how much did you propose?
I can't say it because it's not been authorized.
Yeah, but we will know it, whatever decision you take. Why not?
When the budget is going to the legislature, they don't tell you what is. They have to tell you what is approved. So you might propose $100 and maybe it's approved $200. So they can say why you kept the extra 100, or you propose 100 and maybe they approve at 65 because of resources. I am saying to you that we have completed the drafting of the budget. It's going to be presented to the chairman of the board. The chairman of the board of the Yellow Machines is the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. And the board consists of the Minister of Finance, Minister of Public Works, Defense, GSA. I serve as the secretary to the board and what have you. So all of these would then form and make the decision.
Let me just go ahead right now. Office space. Talk to us about your location.
Oh, office space. We found a location right there on Ronald Street. At the tail end of Ronald Street, you make a right. going towards Mama Point Hotel. But as soon as you bend, is the second building to the right over Blue Gate. They gave us an official office, but there were only 4 rooms. And we were a little bit more than full, so we couldn't utilize that office at all. It was too small.
Are you going to be leasing? Are you leasing right now? Are you on a contract?
Only for 1 year.
You leasing for 1 year?
Yeah.
Okay. How long are you on this job for? Till the end of the term?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't speak of the future. What I can speak of is I've been given a task, and my job is to make sure the appropriate policies are put in place, procedures are put in place, and to make sure there's a system that works and a system that is accountable to make sure the present objective for these machine and intention is achieved.
My last question will bring in Cap. My last question is very important. I beg you just, sir, take your time and answer for the Liberian people to take something home on this question. You are. Before I bring in Cap, what is President Bouakai objective of the yellow machine? Now this machine is in. They are in town right now.
All the country. Open the roads in all of our counties. Open the roads from towns to villages, from towns or villages to the hospital, or town, villages to schools, towns and villages connecting. We will support the whole concept of farm to market road that the Minister of Agriculture is presently working on as well. We'll do all of those support. Our job is whatever the president wants, it gets done by the decision taking. By the intention of those in the county, because that's where the decision comes as to what road we should do. Our job is not to identify any road. We have no part to play in identification any road to be done. Our job is to make sure we execute when all of that process has been done, and we support, sustain, and maintain those equipment to make them more efficient and accessible to the Liberian people. That's what the president wants. The president has said since he got on a political train to become president, roads, roads, roads. Exactly his intention. That's exactly what we intend to execute for the president.
Again, Damo, please check the minister's microphone. We appreciate you, Kev. We'll come to you.
Not coming for us. Somebody is listening.
Somebody is maybe. I'm going to mute myself when Kev is speaking. Thank you. Kev, go ahead.
Minister,
yeah.
I do respect you. I like you a lot. Please tell the people, the Liberian people, how much is your budget that you propose? Please say that.
No, I can't. I have to be. No, I'm coming. I have to avoid speculation. Like right now, somebody's running around.
No, Minister, it's not speculation. It's your budget. It's not speculation. Tell the Liberian people your proposed budget. Tell the Liberian people now. It's not speculation. Tell the Liberian people now before you leave here today.
To do so.
What?
I have no intention to do so.
Okay. I'm not going to force you to do that. What I'm going to say to you, you have right to not say it. That's your right. But I will tell Liberian people that because you know that the budget, you inflate the budget, so you don't want to tell the Liberian people. That's why. So we'll tell Liberian people.
What you mean he inflate the budget? You don't know the budget, do you?
Yeah, because if you don't say it, that's why. He got to say it.
Do I prefer that I tell you we don't have a budget? Is that the kind of answer you want me to give you?
No. I want you to say. No, I want you to say the budget.
You can tell me what to say. You asked me the question. I told you what I said.
You say you're not going to say it, but
because I'm done. I need to go.
It's because you know that.
How am I taking something to form part of a board agenda and I bring it to the public? What sense does it make?
After he present it, then maybe he can come back to it.
I will come back now and you scrutinize me. I'm coming now. I will come back.
Business.
Come again?
It's a Labrampo business. Because you know why? Because you know why? Because you know why? You are supposed
okay, let's do the question and answer now. You get into this long argument. So move on to your next question now. He's not going to tell us today.
I'm not going to move on. I'm going to ask the minister, because he's a minister. He was supposed to be a senator. He wanted to represent the people of Lopa. So,
yeah.
Senator,
have that intention.
This man is a capable man.
So he's not answering you that we should go back and forth. He's not going to answer that question.
No, I'm not going back and forth. What I'm saying to him that because the budget is inflicted, so he will not say it. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kat.
Well, let me move forward to my.
You say you're not going to move forward. You want to move forward now?
No. I'm moving forward. My second a question. But let me say this too. One thing I respect this minister. He will speak the truth. He said some of the machine was old. The only games he's trying to play is he say that was agenda. But then he said we understand that the vendor charter.
You don't believe the journalists? Are you doubting what Diamond told you? Diamond has it on his phone. I didn't even know.
No, I'm not disputing. I'm not doing what Diamond's saying. I'm talking to you.
Diamond went further to tell you they told the quantity of machine on the ship.
So are you saying that Diamond know more than you? Are you saying Diamond know more than you? It's an issue. It's a problem.
Everywhere in court, you're
telling me the journalist.
All right, Kev, we got to move on. Whenever we come to your hand, it's out to leave. We got to move on, Kev. We got to move on. And again, that'd be fair. Would you also ask 2 questions? We gave you time and you go around. I beg you, Chief. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Minister Samuka. That's some of the machines that came on the ship. And this machine actually belongs to someone else, not the government of Liberia. Am I right, Damo?
Yes. So CEO, again, I will defend my report because it represents this network. You see the white truck. If you watch the video, you actually see this white truck on board the ship. This is the HJ Singapore. This was posted by For Life Zoe on Facebook, their official Facebook page. This truck belongs to them. The yellowish truck above, the shotgun trucks, they were also not part of the government consignment. They were for a private vendor. So the second picture I'm going to show is the For Life Zoe truck. So this is the truck and For Life Zoe announcing that they will be taking their truck from the port. So when we saw the ship berth at the Freeport, we saw all of these equipment displayed. Later, we were then told that only 137 of the 256 units on the ship belong to the government of Liberia. So that is the point I'm still driving home, that what I did see and I did report is the fact, and the government can defend their position. But as an independent journalist and representing an independent network who speak the truth, what we see is what we report. So I just wanted to make that point.
And that is correct.
Thank you very much, Dharma. I want to say thanks again. That's the reason why it's good to be open, transparent, allow journalists to go out there and see for themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you joining us. It's less than 1 hour, 30 minutes. We're going to squeeze the Honorable Samuka. We're going to know more about the yellow machine. Now you are asking how will your bitter ball come to town, your pepper, your okra, the farm to market road. How would this yellow machine, how are they going to help you? Good question, right? Will it reduce the cost of living in the country? We got so many questions for the Honorable Minister, and I'd like to bring in former Deputy Minister of Youth and Sport, as it do.
Mr. Samuka, how you doing? Nice to see you. You were on the show the last time I told you that I like your business, regardless of it. And you see me in my yellow.
I'm very pleased you wear yellow and identify me.
Right. But Minister, I want to be very direct. The Unity Party can lie. I want to be direct. The Unity Party can very lie. And I want you to kind of give me numbers. Minister, how many F-moving equipment did you bring in the country?
The total amount of equipment that we brought this round is 137 out of 305. I mean, 285 plus 20 bucks.
Okay, so Minister, let me ask my question again. Maybe didn't hear him. How many F-moving equipment, not equipment, F-moving equipment you brought to the country?
Let me look at what my note says. My note says 19 bulldozers, 1 compactor out of 19.
Okay. Minister, it's up. Minister, just look on your computer screen. It's up. I put it up.
The information right there.
So, okay, Minister. Here's my one question. I want to ask you. 20 pickup trucks. Is the pickup truck earth moving equipment?
No, it's not an earth moving equipment.
Okay, so we minus that from there. So we minus the 20 off, right? So it's not an earth moving equipment. So it's minus.
Isaac, come on now. You have your time. We'll give you a chance to ask, but allow the guests to answer the question, please.
Oh, I thought you were answering. Okay.
No. Let you answer, you come back. Go ahead, Mr. Minister.
Yeah, you said earth moving equipment, I'm telling you. So you're talking about, for an example, excavators. We brought 19. Compact. We brought 1. The one that remaining is 18. That'll be coming. Bulldozer brought an entire package of 19. That's what you have for this point in time. You got a backhoe, just 1. Excavator, 19.
I said, unmute yourself. I said, unmute.
Sorry. Like I said, Unity Party can lie. And I want us to set the record straight. Chief, the Unity Party said they were bringing Yellow Machine. But they named Yellow Machine the main earth moving equipment.
Oh, who?
And so, I encourage everyone to go to John Deere. John Deere produces Yellow Machine. The definition of earth moving equipment with the listing of what they call earth moving equipment is there. So, Chief, you say you brought 137 equipment. I just want to be clear. You did not bring 137 Yellow Machine, but you did bring 137 equipment, including pickup trucks. Pickup truck that is all in Liberia, right? Just be clear. My first question, who will the second?
You know, if we're in court, the judge will say it's irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah, the judge will say it's irrelevant because what's the point?
The point is,
you form one word, you organize the tunnel, who owns the land, and borrow 1. Does it mean borrow owns your property? It doesn't mean that. It's just the name that they gave. Who owns the land? So the name chosen for this project was called Yellow Machines. So it could be white truck, it could have been blue truck, it could have been black truck, it could have been green truck. But the name chosen was Yellow Machines.
No. Chief. No.
I say, you will show some. Let the minister speak, my man.
We're wasting so much time. The liberal people want to know.
I say he's supporting your argument that they misled the people.
Hey, come on.
Guys, I can't do this. I will have to put you guys in the back. We have to guess. Please.
What the policies you're going to put in place to maintain these equipment? The liberal people want to know how the deployment will take place. The liberal people want to know how you're going to store this equipment and where. But you're not asking those relevant questions. That's why I said you were in court, the judge will tell you irrelevant.
So, Chief, thank you. Let me go back to my question, sir. Again, let's listen very keenly. The government said Yellow Machine.
I didn't listen to it at the time.
By Yellow Machine, the government wasn't actually saying color. They meant earth moving equipment. They can bring blue color, green color, purple color. They only gave it that name Yellow Machine as a way to frame, but they meant earth moving equipment. And because I stated that the Unity Party can lie, I wanted us to set the record straight. By you telling us, Chief, let me end my question. I beg you. I got one more question. By you telling us how many earth moving equipment Unity Party brought, you just told me that pickup trucks are not earth moving equipment. So we minus 20 from 137, it comes down. I want you to tell us earth moving equipment, not color. How many did Unity Party bring in the country? The first, I'll try to answer that question.
Unity Party bringing any machine in the country.
Thank you very much, Minister.
I beg you. I got one more question. I beg you. Just one more.
We got to move on. Ask the second question.
So, Chief, now you cannot answer that question. Let's go to the next. A lot of people said the machines are very old. You said they are new. Chief, I want to get your commitment. Since the machines are for the Liberian people and you use Liberian people money, can you commit on the show to kindly allow our journalists to visit the facility of the machine and take picture of their VIN number so we can verify? Can you commit on this show that you can do that?
You mean to where the machine was produced in China?
No. To where the machines are kept in Liberia. We want to send a journalist to take the VIN numbers of the VIN.
Wait,
Chief, I come in. Let me end. I beg you. Let me end. Chief.
No, I said you got to. Let me answer the question.
No, stop. I won't make the question clear.
No, it's okay. I say. Go ahead.
I'm not doing 1 + 1, 2 + 2. The machines are over there. I have told you what the machines are, brand new. The journalist told you, brand new. This studio, publish the picture. It's on the internet. If you alone want to sit down and say, I use machine, I can't do anything about it.
Can we get the VIN number? Can you commit that our journalists can come with you? The only thing we want is picture on the VIN. Like I said, United Party can lie. So we have to verify anything United Party says. By you saying they are new, it's not you per se.
So let me move ahead now. You want the VIN number. Can you commit that journalists can go over there and get the VIN number on a Versamo card?
The machines are on a military base.
Well, so can you commit? Military base is not Buguman.
When the machine goes, just listen. When the machine goes, I don't have to commit. I can only tell you what commit. When the machine goes to the counter, you can go there and go check the VIN number. But
okay. Let's move on. Honorable Samuka, welcome to the show. Let me just piggyback quickly before bringing Representative Nathan, Gibson, Jerry, and Emmanuel George. It's very important for us to piggyback. 137 machine came in, machine including 20 pickup trucks. I want those that can do math. Those that can do math is very simple. Roller, 1 piece, bulldozer, 19 pieces. Tractor, 1 head, 1. You talk about fuel tank, 19 pieces, water tank, 19 pieces. We move on to say low bed, 19 pieces, 7 truck, 19. Pickup, 20. Backhoe, 1, and excavator, 19. We're going to subtract. This is 137. If you are everything, Minister, we're going to take the 20 white pickup truck. And then the first consignment of the earth moving machine that came to the country will be 117. We can put that to rest. The next thing you said prior to us joining us, you said by the end of March, today is the 1st, 168 pieces of earth moving machine coming to the country. Am I correct?
Yes. In totality, including the
if you are 168 plus 117, you got 285 F moving machine, excluding the 20 pickup. If you add the 20 pickup, you got 305.
Start on the F moving on machine.
Yeah, but I said we're not going to do this today, my man. I beg you, Chief. We're not forcing. It's just common thing we can add and subtract here. Please. The Liberian people need to be treated fairly. Again, everything that came, Nathan, I'm coming to you. Maybe you got a question, and the folks need to listen. 137. Let's remove the 20 pickups. You are left with 117. The minister just told us we have 168 on its way coming by the end of March. 168 plus 117 gave you the exact 285 F moving machine. We need no other argument here. We need no other argument. And let me proceed. You want a VIN number? We've been doing this. I'm not here to speak for Brian Samuka. You can be given a VIN number and you go track it yourself. But let's have a good show because I want the Liberian people to speak. Now, the best thing we can do on the show for me is to ask Mr. Samuka, how can this help the Liberian Mambere and Mawata to put food on the table? to address the bread and butter issue, to create jobs for somebody to take pay. The longevity in this, that's what we are talking about. 117 plus 168, that's 285. Case closed to me, but you can ask the question. Representative Nathan, let's come to you.
Hello to all and to my viewers. Minister Samukai?
Yes, Nathan, how are you, Honorable?
Not bad. How you doing?
I'm okay since I saw you the last time.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And to my fellow panelists, I just want to say hi, and to the viewers, where what part of the world you are viewing from. I just want to extend, I would say, hope you were enjoying the show. Minister, I have just a few questions, like just to follow up, right?
Right.
So the yellow machine, the earth moving machine, what kind of nomenclature we add on it, it doesn't matter to me. The thing is, when do we know where this machine was coming? First of all, let me step back. When were you appointed as this commissioner of this yellow machine?
About a couple of weeks ago.
Couple of weeks ago. All right, thank you. This machine, I think Stanton just said this. This machine is good for the country, right? It's good for the country. But the pivotal key here is, so Commissioner, you were appointed a few weeks ago. When did the government actually put in for this machine to come to this country, to come to our country, Liberia?
It will be speculative on my part.
Just roughly approximation. I don't worry about.
I think it was about last year, sometime last year.
About last year. Great. Okay,
yes.
Good. Good. So, and the reason why I'm asking this question, Minister, is not directly to you, but just an overarching question for the government as a whole. And I'm in the business of planning, right? So this machine, Minister, so this 168 that we have right now, the 117 that we have right now, 168 going to be coming later. Do we have the one that we currently have? Do we have people right now, Liberians, that we have jobs that will increase the employment rate in Liberia? Do we have those people ready right now to start moving the yellow machine, to start working in the various countries? Do we have other drivers, the mechanics? Do we have those people right now?
We are hiring those individuals shortly. The announcement should be going out hopefully this week once it is completed in terms of what the salary scale is going to be. One that is done, and we know that we'll put out the announcement, and it'll be probably about 2 weeks in the different counties that all of those who want to work under this project as operators of either one of those machines will have the opportunity to apply in the counties. We'll tell them the location where they'll drop the application, and then there'll be testing thereabout. One that is done. I've just been informed that most likely we will probably be doing the entire hiring ourselves instead of contracting it out. That's what I'm hearing from my colleagues. So we'll definitely, like you already stated, that is a major concern for us as to how quickly we can recruit, and then how quickly we can test, and then how quickly we can allow them to go to some orientation, usually out of some of the institutions that be there that have the module of training to go to test their skills before we put them out. The machines will not be operated upon by anyone who is not certified to operate it. So any nomination, any appointment, any application, any individual to be hired must have had the experience. And that experience will be tested and get confirmed that in fact they can operate either one of those machines. And we have to orient them because it's just like every plane. Riding one plane doesn't mean you can ride the other plane. So you have to go to some orientation with the new aircraft you're going to, in this case, with the new equipment that you're coming to operate upon. So yes, it is a matter of priority for us, and that announcement will be going out very, very, very soon.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for that. But now I think you probably already have the gist of where I'm going. So
that's correct.
Yeah, so all of these were, and this is not directly at you again, Mr. Minister, but where you think that there was a lack of planning? With the yellow machine is great, everything, because if we knew we ordered this stuff sometime last year, don't you think at that particular time when the thing was put in place, the motion was put in place by the government, yellow machine is going to be coming, earth moving machine is going to be coming. Don't you think at that point in time You were supposed to get appointed. Now the commission start getting appointed, and you start preparing for all of these things. As soon as the machine gets here, automatically, and we start to move in that direction. I mean, what do you think? I think the yellow machine is great, but that's my question to you. I think it's like we should have pre-planned before getting here. By this time, you already have those people that you want to hire. Those mechanics to hire the drivers, everything. But the machine is already here. How long is it going to take to get all of those, the application off for the hiring process? Don't you think that we should have done when I mean we as the government, I mean, but we all are Liberians, so it's the government, right? So don't you think we should have pre-planned all of this, and when the machine gets there, then we just proceed instead of like,
I was asked this question, a similar question the other day, and my answer to them was, we could have decided when to have a kid, but we have the kid now. The kid has arrived. We have to prepare for the kids, the future for the kids. So that is the context how we answer it. That yes, there are many things we could have done. Maybe 3 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe the beginning of when we started after the war in 2006. We should have done all of that. That is something, yes, we could have done. But now the machines are here. So what do? We go right to the steps that you talk about. So that before and by the time the machines are deployed, after the deployment policy is designed and approved, and the machines are deployed, we definitely will be on the right track. And I can assure you that no one is going to operate those machines if they don't meet the qualification. And we will be in a position to do so because our institutions here would like to partner with to make sure that those institutions serve a check and balance on the decision to hire anyone. So that's what we're going to do. I understand your point, but full well, I cannot go back to when the pregnancy was decided. I will have to just address the fact, as a nurse or as a doctor, the bill is here now, so we'll work to take care of the.
So you didn't plan for the pregnancy. It was a slip, but you take the responsibility now.
Yes, I think
that's what happened. Most people have the first born child. That's what happened, and everybody here is aware of that. We want to say thank you very much, guys. A great conversation. We hope we can move forward in our next round of questioning. Let's talk about the real issue. And the real issue here is the agenda of Unity Party to use this yellow machine as a legacy, where it hold, where it help, where it changed the narrative in the country. How the people are welcoming yellow machine in the interior. How will it benefit them in Bapalu County, in Lofa, in Blesozi, in everywhere. And again, people are asking though, the conflict between the position now that Honorable Samuka and those lawmakers that want to use yellow machines for re-election purposes. I'm pleased to bring in Gibson Jeru and Emmanuel George. Brother Gibson.
You mean they will use it?
Well, we'll get there. Let's give a chance to the rest of the guys.
Good evening, Honorable Samukai.
Yeah, good evening, Gibson.
I want to trace the leadership perimeter before I go to my other question. Do you realize that you are, I mean, to be honest, are you the executive or chairperson of the Yellow Machine Authority Board?
No, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs is the chairman of the board. I'm the secretary.
According to the release said the Yellow Machine Authority Board is appointing former Defense Minister Brandon Samukai as executive chairman of its coordinating committee.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you very much. And on our same release, you are also chairperson of the Special Presidential Project Coordinating Committee.
No, that was corrected and republished. That the Minister of State.
I haven't seen the republication. So, but if that is corrected and republished, though, let's look at this. You are the secretary of the coordinating committee of the Yellow Machine.
Of the board.
Also corrected?
All right, let me give you my title.
Okay.
Yeah, to make it easier for you. You have the Board of Authority that oversee the coordinating committee. The Board of Authority is chaired by the Minister of State, of which the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Public Works, the Minister of Defense, GSA are all members of the board, and the Minister of the Local Government are all members of the board. I am the executive chairperson / national coordinator for the Special Presidential Committee.
Okay.
Coordinating committee.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've got it. Thank you.
The implementing arm of the board for the yellow machines.
Okay. Just one last clarification, then I go to my question. I know you're not the president to answer this question, but you might have insight. Do you know why the Ministry of Public Works was not chairing, since they have complete and fiduciary responsibility over road construction, etc., etc.? Do you know?
You know, the good thing is, as president, he can set up any committee.
Exactly, I agree. That's why I say you're not the president. If you know, you can tell me. I mean, the president may brief you.
That's what I just told you. Yes, that's what I just told you. The president can set up any committee.
Okay, so let me go to one of my major questions here. I think I said don't try to ask a question, and it looks like we try to bamboozle him. The yellow machines, we are told that it should be 28 or 29 million dollars in total, and the number was yellow machine. And your answer was
22 million.
Your concept was that the yellow machine was used as a catchword for the Liberian people. So Isaac Drew is trying to decipher what constitutes a real yellow machine and what constitutes a pickup truck, because all of them might come in the same way as the same price. So we let's just do a little bit of differentiation here. Can you confirm or not confirm what are the yellow machines that are involved into the 285, 137 of which are here are not the same price as the pickup truck?
That's a price differential for everything you buy, as long as it's not the same. A Caterpillar is not the same as as the excavator. So there will definitely be two different prices. They would not be the same as the compactor. There'll be definitely two different prices. So there's a variety of prices that arrive at the 22 million. So that's what it is. But I think what you're driving at, what you're probably driving at, is whether there's a set of machines to run a road or to fix a road. I am saying they are all interconnected, because the bulldozer by itself cannot fix the road. The excavator by itself cannot fix the road. The compactor by itself cannot fix the road. The motor grader by itself cannot fix the road. So all of these are part of the package for the road project. The dump truck is part of the package. The service truck, that is when the tire spoil or when there's an oil that needs to be changed. So the service truck is part of the package. So these things together makes the road worth the equipment. So it's a whole package of equipment. How do you explain that to the people in the villages and the towns, even here who are educated, by using a catchword? In this case, the catchword is yellow machines for roads. It doesn't mean that everything that is brought is going to fix the road, but it's part of the package that you need. For example, how do you move 50 gallons of gas or fuel to go put in the truck in the field, to put in the bulldozer that's on the field? You need a pickup. How do you service the truck when it breaks down on the road or that needs to be serviced? You need a service truck to do that. You need a water truck to help you in the construction of the road. So these different needs makes up the package of road equipment and make up the package of yellow machines. The catchword yellow machine, not in itself, is defined as yellow. It gives you a nomenclature that makes it easier to explain to our people. For example.
Okay, so let me ask. Thank you very much for the clarification. Maybe the second round.
Get to the last question, sir.
Yeah, only one more question left. Only one more question, please. I'm sorry. So let me ask this question because I think it's important for us to know that the yellow machine that are going to be used, it places the government directly into the construction process if they are going to use it by themselves. Is the government now outsourcing? Is government no longer going to outsource the construction of roads? Or what is the intent of the amassing of the yellow machine? Are they going to still outsource job to third party, or the government now is going to take over the construction of roads?
The government already have the budget for road construction. This is in support of that. This is the president's project. It's an ACE project.
The president on his campaign, since he wanted to be president, he said roads, roads, and roads. He is saying that, look, all the feeder roads need to get back on track. All the farm to market roads need to get back on track. There's some villages, they have no roads. There's no vehicle to go there. So the people have to tow the goods either on motorbikes or on their heads and walk for miles. So it is the president's intention to make sure there's access throughout the country. To make sure that in the capital cities of these counties, for an example, they will make a choice as to the different roads they would like fixed, besides what the Minister of Public Works have been budgeted for. So
thank you very much. Thank you, Minister. We gotta move faster as we can, because we gotta ask the Liberian people to call. They have so many concerns, and to me, you are doing exceptionally well. Thank you very much for even coming on the show tonight. We did the issue about old machine now, other people can lay that to rest. The issue about where they can find the VIN number. Well, if you open the drawer door right underneath there, you can find the VIN number. The issue about your budget, you just told us that the emergency fund was less than $1 million, I think you said, or maybe little over. So for emergency fund, you cannot tell us about your proposed budget yet, because you have not presented that to the committee. A lot of stuff being said today, and we want to say to all of you, welcome again. Let's ask our question and make progress. Right now, it's 9 minutes to 10. We will be here because the minister have to go a long day tomorrow. So therefore, we're giving but another 45 minutes, maybe, if you do accept. Emmanuel, sorry, Chief, I got to squeeze you in. That's why I want us to run with this. Because you got to tell the Liberian people, you got to speak to them. How would this transform their life?
Sure.
And the bread and butter issue in the country, the hardship, especially from the other countries, that's a problem. And we hope you can really break this yellow mission thing down for us. Emmanuel, let's hear you.
Thank you, Stanton. Good evening, Honorable Minister, Honorable Samuka. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. I'm good, Emmanuel. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like my friend Isaac. I'm wearing yellow. So
thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think you can see the distinction as well.
Yeah, I see you got your own too. But Honorable Minister,
yeah,
March of 2029, the criminal code C found you guilty for theft of property and other things. You went to the Supreme Court in 2021. You were found guilty. You were elected by the people of Lofa County as a senator, but you lost that seat because of this issue of corruption that were hanging around your head. Now we have this important project in Liberia. Do you think with the past record that you have, that you are the best person to lead this project?
Yes, I am. I think so, absolutely. As a matter of fact, and for information for you, President Weah did grant me clemency, and the court approved, and it's confirmed. I have my certificate. Me and my colleagues have our certificate. So that whole thing has been squashed. So there's no limitation on what I can do, where I can serve.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect the fact that you were granted clemency by President Weah. I'm just asking that clemency doesn't mean that a crime did not take place.
The crime did not take place. The court simply, yeah. Then I respect the decision of the court, but I disagree with them. The evidences are there, very clear. So if you want us to go to that, I would challenge you right now to go and look in the deposition of the entire case from the lower court and see whether there was anything anywhere from anybody, underline it, put it on the internet, where it says someone got took 4 or 5 checks. None. Zero. But I don't want to go back into the case. We have gone through the process. It's already done. My reputation, so far as I'm concerned, is intact. I'm not worried about it. That's the court. They make their decision. I disagree with them, but I respect their action. That's what they do. And the good thing about court cases, they call it opinion. It can be reversed at any point in time. Give you a new judge that sits on the bench. Just like you are aware, in the United States, Roe v. Wade, it went on for almost half a century. And what happened? This court reversed it in the U.S. So it's called opinion. The opinion of the judge sitting in chambers. The next judge that come and they have the majority, they can change it. And it become law. So the opinion of the individual who rendered the decision, I disagree with it, but that's what he did. So I can't do anything.
Thank you, Honorable Samuka. That's the first question. The second question is that, and this question has been on the streets, and you can speak towards it. do you believe that you, as many are saying, that you are the traditional, what they say, cousin or uncle to the president, that you are from Lofa County, and that a lot of people from Lofa County in this current government? Do you believe that your appointment is based on nepotism or based on your qualification?
I think it's based on my qualification. You know, President John F. Kennedy was trying to find an Attorney General in the United States, and he appointed his brother Robert Kennedy, one of the best. People argue, but he said, tell me whether the man is not qualified, even though he's my brother. So if we try to hold those things against people, you know, I have nothing to do with the decisions that have been made in government. Those who have the power to make those decisions can make those decisions. Those who don't like it, like those people you elected in the legislature, they can make a determination. You can't hold me for that. I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for that.
Okay, so can you share with us what qualification you have to be the coordinator?
If you want to, I can send you a copy of my.
I think he said that part to you coming on the show.
Oh, okay, I apologize, Mr. Minister. I came on and I do apologize. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to meet you very soon because of some strong ties we and myself share. But have a wonderful talk to you.
All right, no problem.
Hey, again, let's get to the. We want to say thank you before we go to the phone line. We're going to do a quick round.
If you add Brandon for a qualification, a PR question, man.
Well, everybody knows the qualification. But honorable Samukar, let's get to the issue now.
Yes.
Let's talk about the way in which this is going to work, especially outside of Mosserado County. What's your plan?
Okay, look, here it is. The deployment plan is being developed, but there's a concept around the deployment plan. There are 15 counties in the country, and those 15 counties will each be given a set of 15 pieces of equipment. However, 4 of the 15 counties are bigger: Lofa, Bong, Nimba, Grand Bassa. They will be given an extra, what you call 19 pieces of equipment. So you have 15 plus 4, that's 19 sets of 15. So you have 15 going to all the counties, and these other 4 counties will have an extra set each. Now, those sets will be deployed based on the choice of locations that have been used in the past, or maybe something new, to be central to the county so that they can manage those equipment. Those equipment will be put in what we call hubs, even though we don't have the funding right now. But just the identification of where these equipment will be placed in hubs in the different counties. Around that hub is going to be a fence. In that fence is going to be what you call a tank or fuel farm, where they'll have 2 tanks, one 10,000, one 15,000 for 13,000 gallons of fuel for operations on initial projects that will be taking place. And then there'll be what you call a maintenance bay, you know, where the cars can go for maintenance, changing the oil. You know, when the machines are working, they will not be sitting down in the hub. They'll have to be out. So in order to get those machines to work, the local government authorities will identify through some kind of mechanism where there will be an agreement or a resolution from the county to determine the different roads that they want us to fix. Those roads will be identified, and then the representative of the Ministry of Public Works, where you got a county engineer, will go and do his assessment, do his work to draw up the road, the kind of work that is required. He will draw up the BOQ, the bill of quantity, and submit that bill of quantity. That bill of quantity will be coming to us. That is the Special Presidential Coordinating Committee, and we will source the funding and supply it to the county to have their work done. So the county will not have to raise any money, and we will have the funds in order to give it to the county. We have a county representative of the special committee there in the county to make sure that the decision taking, the utilization of those things. We have people to dispense the fuel. We have people to manage the fuel. We have people to manage our equipment wherever they are stored. We have electricity, or what we call solar lights, to locations where the machines are being stored, just to make sure they're secure. And we have maintenance schedule. So all of these things are being developed now to make sure that it's efficiently utilized. So that is the whole intention. Make sure that the county will make the decision, not us, not we, the bureaucrats sitting in Monrovia, will not do that. Neither will any single individual have the authority to do that. It is the county and the county leadership through the local government structure that is in place in the county, and that will be passed on to us, and we will be the ones to solve the thing and make sure that it get executed.
So let's just go back. Thank you for explaining this, but I'm foreseeing some serious issue. Yeah, that's my. Let's get it clear. I'm thinking that this machine will be on somebody farm road.
No.
I'm thinking that this machine will be on somebody Diamond Creek gold mine.
No.
How so? If you are saying that, are you sending guys to make assessment, make sure this thing not going on Stanton's farm? Stanton is a representative. It's not going in his district to use it as a political election, re-election purposes. I want you to explain further, sir. Where's the guarantee? I give you and show the people.
County leadership, that is the superintendent and his local government structure, make a determination of the roads that they want fixed. The county engineer, which is under the Ministry of Public Works, will go and do his work and map out what needs to be done, the bridges that need to be fixed, and all of that, and do the bill of quantity, how much fuel will be needed for the truck, how many days will be needed for that. Once they do all of that, we have the funding and will manage what they have said. And then he will come back and do his assessment as to whether the road have been done correctly or not. So no road, no.
You will be sending your folks there to assess and as a follow up to their request.
Yes, we have a deputy coordinator for technical affairs. And he is charged with that kind of responsibility to make sure, one, that those machines are intact. Then we'll have the deputy for operation to make sure that things are coordinated properly. So,
but last question: are you guaranteeing the Liberian people tonight that you will not find this on somebody's gold mine, on somebody's farm, whether the president or the vice president? Because this is very serious. If I walk out there somewhere in Brooklyn today, and I seen that maybe Senator Donkey, right, this thing is paving this road to his farm, are you guaranteed that we will not see such a thing? This will not happen. I want you to assure the Liberian people, because this also rests on your credibility now. Will you be, pressure to send this thing on a lawmaker farm?
I think that's why the president trusted that he put me there. He trusted my mic. I don't know what he's on.
You're good. We can hear you. That's what I want you to go at. Go in that direction.
Yeah, I think the president trusted me to be able to take the right decision. I think we're still on pressure. Pressure is nothing. Political pressure is as good as a politician can be. If you can't stand the pressure, then you can't be in there. I can talk to those who have their personal interest, and I can talk to them and tell them, look, we can't do that. Once the county has made a decision, and it's in line with the commanders-in-chief intent, we'll execute it. It's a mission assignment that we have. When I say mission assignment, I actually mean mission assignment. The mission counts first. And that is the intent of the commander-in-chief. So we'll do exactly that. I'm not interested in what your title is. You can have a good title. I'd rather have nothing to do with your title. Correct. Zero. If you want to influence the decision, you go back to your county, the superintendent and a core of local government officials will make the determination. Once they make the determination, it's not going to be transmitted to me through any branch of government. It'll be transmitted to me through the leadership of that will be sent the document to, and then I will take the decision to source the funding to get it done. Now, if somebody's going to move my machines without my knowledge, or our machine without our knowledge, I'd like to see how that's going to happen.
So, lastly, Jacob, forgive me. Let us talk about, we're still waiting for 168 to come in. Are you carrying on any operation prior to the 168 coming, or you will wait till you get all of the machine?
Yes, when you have such a very large project, you want to commission the machine and then launch the work. And that will be done by the president. He will come to inspect. Like all the questions you asking, the president is going to go there to inspect the machines to make sure it is consistent with what we pay for, to make sure it is consistent with the specs that we expected, to make sure it is consistent with the package of repairs, spare parts for repairs. It is consistent with the maintenance of those machines. And then finally, he will commission those machines and then launch the work to be done. And hopefully during that time, preparation will be made in the different counties to begin the construction of the hubs. And those elements that are needed that can be done during this dry season before
so we will be waiting for the 168 pieces.
That's correct.
Okay, once you get them all, Then the person will come up and commission.
Yes.
Then your work begin.
Yes.
So in the interim, you are hiring and training 1,000 individuals. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacob.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. At least he said something about the deployment plan or the strategy around that. Yeah, but I'm sure those strategies may not be cast in stone. They may be open to changes that will happen. But anyway, I'll just leave that and just go to my question. I want to ask a question about the. Do you have something called? I saw that somewhere. I don't know whether you said that or one of your people said it. One of the lists of equipment are coming. Do you have something called like asphalt paver, something like that?
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Yeah. The reason I asked that question was because I wanted to know these equipment and all of that. Are you going to be paving roads with asphalt, or are you going to be doing lateral roads, or what kind of road are you going to be doing?
Lateral roads. No, there's no asphalt at this point in time.
Okay. Wow. So those will be like what like
Jacob say quota, so the people can understand you.
Yeah, quota. So it's not going to be quota road, it's going to be like dusty roads.
We are not doing quota road right now.
Okay. So what about rainy season? The rains are going to be here very soon. I think maybe we'll have a few months or so. So are you going to start deployment? Are you going to start actual work before the rainy season? I just wanted to find out on that.
No, we'll not be able to start actual work during the rainy season. We'll use that time to complete the construction of these things. The tank farm, like I told you, for the fuel, the completion of the maintenance bay where they will build all of the counties, all of the hubs that will be built. So that will be the things we'll be focusing on. And we'll do a couple of months to get ourselves prepared, train the individuals, get them oriented to the equipment, get them prepared before we put them out there. We're trying to avoid hurry bus transit situation. We want to make sure there's proper preparation being done prior to deploying the individuals and the equipment.
Yeah, please don't do hurry bus transit. This thing is on you as well. And not only the president, everybody got to move on in the direction of productivity. So patient is better here. Kev, let's hear you. Then we'll go to Representative Litton.
Some kind is one of my favorites. I would just this is an easy question for him. I think he will answer it. The government took a loan on this machine.
Honestly, I don't know.
So you don't know?
No.
So you don't know whether the legislature rectified it. You don't know anything about how the money came from.
I was appointed just about 2-3 weeks ago.
So you're telling me that you appointed, but you don't know anywhere where the money came from. You don't know nothing. You were just appointed.
I don't know anything at all.
In your wisdom as a minister, in one of our first legitimate government, that you're telling me that you don't know anything, you just took a position, they tell you go there and you go there, a man of your caliber?
Yeah.
That's a
you got another question, Kev?
No, Stanton, why
you have another question, Kev? We got to go to the phone line. We got to squeeze this minister. I beg him for more time. We got to move on. He have answered that question 4 times. You still turning it around. And I can tell you, the government took loan, $9 million.
Are you part of the committee?
We went through it. We got the paper. But go ahead.
No, are you part of the committee?
No, but the minister just got appointed 2-3 weeks ago. He's saying, I don't know. And you still turning him around.
So you're telling me they appointed me, so he did not do due diligence. That's what you're saying to me?
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. We got to move on, Minister. I'm sorry. Kevin, go ahead and answer my question. Representative Litton, let me bring you. Yeah, you trying to give a headache. Let's move on, man.
Still, can I finish?
No, man, you finish, but you not ask 4 questions to you finish, my man. But let's move on.
No, I just want to know when we start at all. That long question. You ask that question when.
I was talking.
But man, Jack, you're trying to disrupt our show.
Oh, Lordy. Okay.
Representative Nathan, please go ahead, please.
Okay. Honorable Somakai, again, well, thank you again. Right. So let me just ask you a question. So I like how you put within like the various steps of implementation in regards of the work of these machines in various counties. All right. So I know you said on the first step, the local government actually will make the decision. Then to go through like a public work where the engineer within the county then would determine that before it gets to you, then decision is made. Then for budgeting, for fuel and everything else, before decision is made, then the machine gets on. Is that, which is a pretty good process because there's accountability. That's what Stanton asked about, I hope it doesn't fall within somebody's a farm or everything, but it's a pretty good system. My question I have, just to clarify your process, is there a time frame within those process, right? The first, if identify, local government identify it today, when will the work, after all those steps, when will the work actually begin?
So after the identification of the location where the hub's going to be, that's going to be this March 1st to March 31st. Then the design of the location of the place, developing the BOQ of those individual locations will be made. Then the decision will be taken as to sourcing of funding for that particular project in that particular county. And then we'll then go ahead to make sure that I get launched. I mean, that is how it sounds like a very long process. But remember now, the identification of where the roads need to be fixed will be done between March 1st and March 31st. So you got 30 days long before the machines are deployed. Then you have a time for the engineer to design and develop the BOQ for the specific locations that have been approved or have been determined by the county leadership. Then there's time for it to get to the decision maker out here, to the board of authority, and then to authorize us to source the funding and release it so that the work can be done. So pretty much that is.
So roughly, you would say about 60 days, then the work, because 30 days for identification, then another 30 days for the whole process. So roughly, we say about 60 days before the work starts, right?
No, it's going to be more than 60 days because we're looking just at the end of the rainy season, beginning of July. So during the entire period from March, running up to the 31st of October, for an example, there's a lot of work and preparation, training, and then finally moving these equipment. To move these equipment to the different locations, it's going to be a very challenging exercise, given our experience of utilizing tractor head. So we have to use our own equipment to move one set one, to move set two, to move set three. So we'll be doing something like that. For an example, moving to the west, Cape Mount, Bomi, and Bapulu, for an example, we have to go to use the low bed down to Cape Mount, for an example, or to Bapulu, for an example, subsequently Bomi, then moving on to Magibi, for an example, and then Grand Bassa, for an example. So yes, all of those things are scheduled to happen before a decision is taken to move the machines to work. So we want to make sure that it's done on a timely basis.
Thank you. I just have one last question quickly. So now, so the funding, right? So the funding, this is what you spoke about earlier. So you prepare your budget that's going to be approved by the commission. So that funding is part of your budget, correct? That will be allotted for the whole process.
That funding will be part of my budget, but specific to the county location.
Okay.
Specific to that. So if that county require, for an example, 5,000 liters for the duration of the operation, that 5,000 liters of fuel or gallons of fuel go to them. Maybe versus County X, whose determination requires only 3,000 gallons of fuel, for an example. So that will go to County X or County Y. So there will be various kind of BOQ, a bill of quantity that the engineer is going to do. And on the basis of that, we'll make the funding, source the funding.
Let me understand whether, I hope there will be no overlapping. Overlapping, I mean, if you put this on the superintendent or the county leadership and they find road moving into Zozo, for example, they want to do the work. Help us understand the representative for that district, Zozo, he already have funds to do community engagement. Who pays for that work? The government, your committee, or the country, or the representative?
I have nothing to do with what the representative is trying to do. Nothing. The only thing I have to do is to see what the county that have not been involved in the decision making, for an example, as specific as this one.
How can you separate the county request with that of the representative district request?
I think they have a committee, they have a development body in the different counties. Yeah, that's how they meet. They have a mechanism where all of them meet, along with the county officials, and make a determination of what kind of rules they need. Because the superintendent have district commissioners, you have representatives from those districts. I'm sure he'll be part of the decision.
And now you make my argument. So who paid for it? The county pay you, or the government pay you to carry out the initiative?
The initiative has to be under the special committee. That is us. So I give you a good example. So the superintendent have made 5, 6. Here a committee have set up, done a resolution, and they told us, sir, these are the different rules we would like to fix. We'd like to have beside what public work is doing. Then the engineer will then go and do a map out, what is required. He will make a determination of what is required, the duration of it, and all of that, the cost of fuel, the cost of cement, cost of whatever, if there's a bill of bridge to be launched during that construction project. That particular project will then come to us through the board, and the board will authorize us to source the funding to pay for that particular project. So it becomes part of the president's special presidential project. So we will coordinate all of the agencies that are involved so that the mission can be accomplished.
And I understand, before Gibson come in, who pay? You pay, not the county. Am I correct?
I pay, not the county. The committee pays.
So then, and it's not coming from your proposed budget. Where is it coming from?
But that's where it's coming from.
So it will be coming from your proposed budget?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
so if you're doing a road on a mini bridge for maybe 150,000, 200,000 in Grand Bassa County, and you put forth the proposal, it is approved by Sam Stequart, the chairman of the board, and the entire board. You send it over to Gafwan. Gafwan make the funds available for Grand Bassa County project. But if that project is in, for example, Joe District going to benefit, I want you to explain whether there will not be this overlapping of function when it comes to imposition and opposition lawmakers. Whether you, Sambuka, you will be fair enough to say, though this district didn't vote for Barca, this district carrying Besonga family, so therefore we will do this district and we will not cherry pick. Talk to us.
There's no consideration of such. As a matter of fact, there's no money coming in my hands. The money is going to the procurement of things. For an example, fuel. We have the equipment, so we're not going to rent equipment. So if if it is determined that this machine is going to operate for 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks to fix this road, and in the 2 to 3 weeks they're talking about 1,000 gallons of fuel, that's the cost. I'll have the capacity to give them 1,000 gallons of fuel because I already have individual hire. I already have the truck available on site. The water truck is there, the fuel truck is there, the compactor, all of these equipment on site. You only need the operator to run them. And that's where he gets his pay from and everything. But we will provide a fuel, for example. And if it was doing the bill, we will provide the cement. We pay for the cement to Cemenco, a contract with Cemenco.
This is getting bigger than this is getting real bigger. Let me bring you in.
It is big. It is big.
And that's why we said thank you for coming on, because a lot of explanation need to be made. This is getting deeper, and we appreciate you coming on Spoon. And I think folks are understanding you. Gibson, Emmanuel,
thank you. Again, on Rosamaka, coming back to the administrative cloud again. I'm sorry. The reason I'm coming there because there's some little things I'm still seeing that look problematic. You were directly appointed by the president, but you work under the board. Who do you report to?
The minister, the chairman of the board, who happens to be the minister of state for presidential affairs.
Does that mean that all of your proposals that you are now describing, all of your methodology, all of your prescription of how you're going to work, going to be submitted to this board before the president sees it, or you're going to send it to the president directly?
To the board. It goes to the board.
Okay. That's a bureaucratic bottleneck that's been created, and I know that.
The Minister of State is the chief of staff to the president. How is it that, as chairman of the board, the president will not know? How? That you call it bureaucracy? Do I have to go to the president to get things done? There's the mechanism to get things done. So once the mechanism approves it, that means pretty much you're 99% along the way of getting it done and approved. I'll give you a good example. When the board approved of the immediate funding to clear all of those heavy equipment that arrives, it went straight to the Minister of Finance. But you know for sure the president was briefed. I mean, you can assume you're a bureaucrat. You've been working before, just like me. You know fully well the president was briefed. He's the chief of staff to the president. So once that goes out, it gets done. So there's not a bureaucracy that's going to delay things. As a matter of fact, it is more expeditious. It makes it much easier, and to make the decision making very easy because we are coordinating. The Minister of Finance is on the board. The Minister of Public Works is on the board. In fact, he's the co-chair. The Minister of Defense is on the board because they have the engineering capacity. We like to leverage that. The Minister of Local Government is on the board because of the counties that are involved, that he manages as the Minister of Local Government. GSA is also on the board because of government assets. And I'm the secretary to the board. And the Minister of Agriculture is also a member of the board. So when the board decides, it's pretty much the government deciding. Because the Minister of Finance, they're the Minister of State, who was the president's chief of staff. So it's not bureaucracy. As a matter of fact, it cuts short the whole bureaucracy of writing individual ministries and agencies. So when the board decides, this is what's going to happen, and the sourcing is available, it gets done.
I mean, your argument is easier said than done. You know what I mean? As a minister,
I've been there before. I know,
but as a minister, you directly reported to the president. But if you were chairing another committee, and that committee has a report to you, and you do not inform the principal,
no, it doesn't work like that.
Getting moving along the line. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't work like that. I told you this is a mission-oriented assignment that I have. The president made it very clear what he wants. He made the appointment. He stated very clearly. As a matter of fact, he will make a policy statement when he finally commissioning those equipment, so you can understand what he means. So that's what he said. There's a very clear intention. There's no ambiguity in what the president wants done. I have no element of doubt in my mind of what it is he wants, given what he has said. I'm going to execute exactly what he wants, utilizing what is available to me, the local government structure that is available, and also the board that is available to make sure these things work. But if you are worried about bureaucracy, yes, I can understand because, maybe the history of how other people do things, but I understand what needs to be done. I have no doubt.
Let me come back to the question Stanton asked earlier. I think you explained some of it, which is clear, but there's just one little place I want you to just speak to.
Okay. Go ahead.
Stanton asked a question in a more deliberate way for the common people to understand. Is the machine not going to be on the representative or senator's farm? The question I'm going to ask in conjunction with that is, the county development committee, that's what you were referring to, will make the decision as to what priority role that they're going to start with, what they're going to do next. But here is the catch. If the senator wants a role leading all the way to his farm, does he come to you to make that request, or does he go through the county to make that request? And is it even amenable?
He doesn't come to me. None of them will come to me.
But there's a probability that it can happen.
Oh yeah, you have the right to see me, but you're not going to have the right for me to give you the caterpillar to go do your roads. You can't compel me to do that. You have to go back to the county you're coming from. You got to go back.
I'll pause. Thanks.
Yeah, we got 2, 3 more individuals. They want to appreciate the minister. We hope, my fellow Liberians, you took enough notes today and to discuss the issue about the yellow machine, the purpose of the yellow machine, the importance of the yellow machine, and how would this help you as we move as Liberians to make things better, regardless of which political party you find yourself in. Emmanuel George from ANC.
Yeah, but, Honorable Samuka, now if this question have been asked before I came on, you don't have to answer it. Can you share the composition of this coordinating committee, the subcommittee that you're chairing?
The coordinating committee, yes, I'm the chairperson of the committee. And then I have 3 deputies. We have a deputy for operations. We have a deputy for administration and a deputy for technical affairs. And then I also have a person for policy and general services who works out of my office. So these individuals together will get the job done. Say, for example, on the specifics, on the specs of those equipment and what is required, what is needed, A, B, C, and D, parts and all that kind of stuff. The deputy for technical affairs will be dealing with that. He has the technical expertise and competence based on his experience in the States, dealing with aircraft mechanics, dealing with fleets, and all of that. Then you have the deputy for operations.
Honorable Minister, are you at liberty to name the other members of the committee?
Yes. Paul Wilson is the deputy for technical affairs. St. Jerome Labley is the deputy for operations, and Roger Doma is the deputy for administration, and then Emmanuel Monu is the assistant coordinator for policy and general services.
Thank you. How are you going to replicate your function? Are you going to replicate your function as you are in Monrovia in the various counties, or?
No, we're going to have a county coordinator who will represent the coordinating committee in the different counties. So he will attend the meetings that are being held. He will see the process, and he will be witness to the decision taken by the committee, the development body that is out there, led by the superintendent, and that will be transmitted through the Minister of Internal Affairs to the board.
Okay, so to take you back to where Honorable Blai asked the question, are these 15 county coordinators in place, or you stay hiring them?
No, we are hiring them. We have not even announced yet.
So it means that your deployment of this machine may not take place until the next 2 or 3 months. Am I?
You're right.
Okay.
It will take longer than that because everything has to be literally set. People have to be recruited and trained. The individual have to be recruited and trained. I mean, everything has to be done before the machines get out there. We don't want a white elephant sitting down over there and everybody looking at the machine and doing nothing. No, we send the machine to begin to work. That is the reason why when Representative Nathan asked the question, we say, yes, we are sequencing now. As of March 1st to the 31st, that process will be identification of the roads that need to be done, the places that the superintendent and others would like to happen. Then from April 1st, I think about May or June thereabout, the Minister of Public Works will draw everything up and do the BOP, the costing, and everything else. And then subsequently, it will go through the process, approve, that by the time the machines are deployed, we're ready to work. There's no more, if they want to meet an amendment, they can go ahead, but it will not affect what they have approved.
What's your target?
Let me just put this small question. So we have seen good projects like what you have and good leadership like you have been put in place to take care of these projects with equipment. But from what you are saying, that these equipments may not be deployed maybe in 2-3 months. What strategies or what plan do you have in place to have those machines maintained and in readiness so that they don't sit for 3-4 months and start struggling with rust and other things as we have in, because this machine was made in China, so it's in a different region altogether, and they can start suffering from wear and tears even as they are parked. So what do you have in place to deal with these months of planning that you're doing right now, and that when it's time for the machine to be deployed, that it will be in good health and good strength to go into the counties?
With the company from which these machines are purchased, we have the technicians on the ground to maintain the machine until they are deployed. And we have funding to support that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Again, we want to say thank you very much, sir. I'm going to bring in, I heard that you should have hired you on the card, but you decided not to. If it is a joke, Honorable Samuka will move on. But I saw you guys' picture, you and T picture. He visited you. And
if you come to my office, we'll take a picture and you can post it.
So let's bring in TT.
It doesn't matter what brand of political party you can come.
Minister Samaka, it's good to see you again.
You benefited from the picture taking aspect, right?
Minister Samaka, it's good to see you again. And in my mind, you have one of the toughest jobs in this country in this moment. I don't know if Public Works have currently enough technicians and engineers to do all of the things that they are supposed to be doing. So my question to you is, do you know that the team from Public Works that will be coordinating with you will be part of your new recruitment, or they will just be repositioning and reassigning their technical members or engineers that they already have? Because it does not appear to me that Public Works currently has sufficient engineers to spread across the country to do all of the technical work that it's supposed to be doing. So when you talk about recruitment, do you know whether, because of your team, Public Works will be now hiring new engineers to supply to work with you, or they will just be repositioning the ones they get?
I think they
just for budget purpose. My question is mainly about, I'm trying to imagine the size of the budget you would need for, salary structure and things like that. That's what I'm asking.
All right, thank you. That's a good question. Public Works, the Ministry of Public Works has engineers throughout the 15 counties. So they will be part of the structure in the counties on their statute, based on the statutory responsibility that they have. Our job is to coordinate with them and the county leadership to identify the roads that need to be fixed and for them to draw up the design and the costing of those roads as a matter of process. Yes, the Ministry of Public will have engineers in all of the counties, all. So we'll be working along with them.
Okay, so it sounds to me like the answer is that existing engineers. So my next question, my next question is, we know that during the rainy season in this country.
You know you are an engineer, man. Don't use our show to say.
Oh, my man. Let me ask my question. The minister is answering very well.
To say yourself, man. We know your speed.
No.
You already say yourself. Okay, the minister will hire you. Let's move on. Senator, let's move on.
So, Minister, my next question is, during the rainy season, we know that it's very difficult to work on feeder road operations. And like you said, you use this moment to focus on like hiring, training, until we skip the rainy season. But then again, as soon as we get to October, then we are almost back to the rainy season cycle. So my question is, will you always try to skip the rainy season, or will you put mechanisms into place to perform your function during the rainy season, which is almost half of the year?
No, that's the very reason why the machines are in the counties, to make sure they will do the required interventions and to continue the work. So we use those times, so the county will determine, the engineer will determine which roads will be fixed during this period of time, which roads are fixed during this particular period of time. So all of that will be done. What I can say to you is that we want to make sure the machines are used efficiently and for the purpose of which it was sent to the different counties. We're not going to have a situation where people go park here on their farms, on the private initiative. No, we're not going to do that.
Okay, and I just want to piggyback off of what Stanton.
We gotta run, brother.
Yeah, but give me 15 seconds here, Stanton. I just want to piggyback off of something very important that Stanton and Gibson has said earlier. Which has to do with what a machine will not end up on somebody. I just want to encourage you. We all recognize that we need these machines. They are very important for the country. So as you go out there to do your work, I trust your ability. I believe in you. So I just want to encourage you to stand your ground. Those who will want to say that they will not do the wrong thing, but then behind the corner they come to do it. Stand your ground and work for the Liberian people and go and succeed, Minister. I trust you and I respect you. That's all.
Thank you very much, T. Thank you. I say you go.
Your CV is hereby accepted. Your CV is hereby accepted.
You're going to ask the last question. The minister have to leave, and so let me bring you in, Asado.
Well, thank you. You can imagine that our brother T asks for the salary, asks for the engineer. If you get eyes, you know where you can see through it. That's the only thing the brother is concerned about. So, but we understand the drill. But
leave me go to your point.
But Minister, I know you left soft questions, and during the soft question time, you were saying yes, a good question. So let's go to the hard question a little bit, Chief. You are a project manager. You are implementing a project,
right?
And I know you to be a very educated person. You understand. In managing a project, there are things the project manager must know. The deliverable, the milestones, the scope, everything. You know, those are things a project manager must know. Chief, kept asking a very important question. You did not seem to want to say it, which I thought was very concerning. The funding of a project is a major requirement of running a project. Did the government of Liberia take loan from the bank, and did the legislature ratify that loan?
I told you I was appointed 3 weeks ago, long before the machines are bought.
No, Chief, I understand that. Again, I'm saying
that's where my knowledge begins.
You will.
There was no requirement for me to know how to purchase it.
So, Chief.
No, nothing in that appointment.
Again, like I said, you will be the project manager. If they appoint you to a project, there are a few things you know a project manager must know.
And one of them is?
Those things will be everything. Resource allocation, the timing of the project. Let me end my question. Chief, this is important. What you will be using came as the result of the people's money. If as a project manager, the people cannot know from you with the excuse that the stores were bought before you were appointed, there is something they call desk review when they appoint you. You got to read project document to know how it started and what it is. So I know you are very educated man, you know that, Chief. To tell us here that you cannot say if the government took money, loan from the bank, and if the legislature ratified that loan, and I'm sure as a former minister, you know the importance of loan being ratified because the government will pay back, so that the legislature know that the government is obligated and that money must be in the budget. If you cannot say that, Chief, I will be disappointed. And I think this yellow machine issue needs legislature oversight for them to understand how we came in the country, how you obtain money, and how you intend to ensure that the machines become usable for the foreseeable future. But let me go ahead and ask you something very simple, which I guess you would like, because this is something that I've been all around. I hope you wouldn't say they appointed before the thing happened. How many yellow machines each county is supposed to get?
15.
From 19, reduce to 15?
15 counties.
Will you now see why I say Unity Party can lie? I mean, you only agree with me. Chief, 1 minute, I beg you. Let me just end. I beg you 1 minute. Chief, not you. For you, I like you. I always said, even your case. Chief, 1 minute. Chief, I come in 1 minute. Chief, 1 minute, I beg you.
You're using the platform to attack a party That
yeah, oh yeah, Chief. I was tagging the party. Yeah, I'm a sedition.
So that's the reason.
Yeah, I will do that.
I was not brought here to defend your views of Unity Party.
Okay.
Neither am I brought here. I'm coming now. Neither am I looking at any one of you within the context of your political orientation. No, I'm not. But if you choose to address your question based on your political orientation, then it is your business because I can't answer it.
No issue. But again, yeah, Chief, I agree with you. Like I said,
I want to make it fundamentally clear. It's not the question of ignorance or not ignorance. I am saying that if the thesis of your question and the hypothesis you're trying to find is based on your political orientation, then I will not fall into that situation. And I have nothing to do with that. If I don't know something, you ask me, I told you I don't know. And then you want to force me to say Unity Party. Why are you dragging Unity Party into something I don't know? So if you want the correct answers, ask Mr. Stanton to bring a Unity Party person who knows about the project. Then they will address the issue. Or if Stanton was inviting me here for to talk politics, that's something else. He brought me here to help to make clarifications to the Liberian people. So you are pushing a party line. You are drawing a conclusion to which I'm not a part of it. Neither am I knowledgeable of such. So I have no inclination to help you with the orientation that you have. If you went to Japan and you get PhD and you're walking around with your PhD and no Japanese person can understand what you're talking, they'll say you're ignorant. Does that mean you are ignorant? No, you're not. You're just not talking Japanese.
So Chief, thank you for expressing yourself. And let me repeat, Chief. You see what I say? United Party is a liar party. Everybody in the county knows they will be receiving 19 yellow machine. Let anyone on this show tell me they don't know that each county is supposed to receive. Let me say now that I beg you, Chief.
If I made an error and said 15, maybe I'll transpose it from 15 counties. But it's a 19.
So it's now. That's what I wanted to be sure we are on a perfect record. Because we know how United Party can lie, so we always want to say
it has nothing to do with Unity Party. It's me speaking. If I misspoke, I can correct myself like I did. I said, yes, it's 19 for the 15 counties, not 15 for the 15 counties. It's 19. So it has nothing to do with Unity Party. Right. So no. Don't drag the Unity Party in my area.
So Chief, you clear that one up. Now it is 19. So let's continue on my last question.
Yeah, I said 19. There's no issue there.
So Chief, anytime UP tells you something, you should take that thing with a grain of salt. So let me come back to my same party, Chief. I'm sorry, I'm a Liberian, real patriot person, but I'm here for Liberian people and I also represent an interest. But Chief, let me restate something. Mr. Nathan Bia is a representative here in the US. He understands the issue of legislation.
You want to ask me a question? Go ahead. I don't need any career. All right, ask me the question.
Okay, Mr. Nathan is here. He is a representative in the US. He understands the importance of legislative oversight for the sole purpose of ensuring the people's money is used for the right reasons. Like you've said, you don't know if the government took loan from the bank, and once the government were to take a loan, that loan must have been ratified by the legislature. Will you again commit to us to ensuring you as the project manager knows the source of the funding and asks the right questions to the government, just Chief, for the future? It is very possible a future government will want to investigate this yellow machine, the source of funding and everything, to clear your side. Will you commit to doing that for us?
The answer is no. I don't owe you that commitment.
Thank you very much, Honorable Samuka. Sorry to allow us to keep you. We got to be straight up. And the Liberian people need to hear this, which is very important.
Stop not putting me in a bag the whole day, no problem.
Honorable, this is a serious conversation. It's not a joke. And that's the reason why Honorable Samuka availed himself. He was given a piece of job to make sure that the yellow machine work proceed accordingly. If you want to ask anybody about the procurement, if you want to ask anybody about the money, whether it was borrowed, it was loaned.
No, but start
excuse me, I say, don't interrupt me, but I beg you, Chief. We gave you enough time. I beg you. Something.
No, I don't want you to do that to me.
No. I beg you, Chief. We're not arguing about you. Tell your own. Let me tell my own. I beg you. Don't.
I'm not saying.
No. I say you are interrupting. Please, I beg you, Chief.
I don't want you to do that to me.
I say, don't interrupt. You'll have your time to talk to my man. Let me do everything I can do to you. Let me tell you small, and let me do you by begging you. But there's an embarrassment. When some guy came on the show to tell us,
you have to ask the right questions, not to play bucket.
Came on the show to tell us the way forward for Yellow Machine. And let me repeat myself. We'll be fair with the Liberian people. If this Yellow Machine work, the country benefit. If the Yellow Machine mess up in the country today or tomorrow, if we blame President Bwaga and Jeremiah Coon and the very Samuka. So we're not playing no games there as to where. Now, let me talk a little bit. Maybe the chief he doesn't know because we know everybody's saying. The Yellow Machine is paid for. UBA in the budget. We need to just remind ourselves. Last year, we've been beating on this thing. $4.5 million were paid once the vendor won the bid. It was paid to the vendor. We discussed it on the show. $21.6 million. In the budget road fund, go back. 25% was in the 2025 budget road fund. It was there. We argued it on the show. For the purpose of Yellow Machine. Nobody can deny that. But today, where the money coming from, whether the money was paid, we have a whole different conversation on this. Loan was taken, $60 million was taken for UBA Bank. It's in the budget 2026. The first payment of $6.7 million in the budget 2026 will be paid the year towards that loan from UBA Bank from the road fund. From the road fund. 2027, you got money in the budget again to pay UBA Bank from the road fund. 2028, you got money in the budget to pay UBA Bank from the road fund. So the money will be paid. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me fair with the discussion. I want to know how the machine will impact the lives of the Liberian people. So my last question to you, Honorable Man, before you leave, I beg you, Chief. We now hear everything you talk about here. Can you promise the Liberian people this machine will not be a re-election project machine to keep Unity Party in power? Because we know you to be independent. You're a military man. Will you serve in the interest of the Liberian people and be fair, whether opposition or imposition, district and county? Can you speak to that? And that would be the last question for you on the show tonight, sir.
Yeah. Can I have a last question on please?
No. We have the last question. What? Giving you the last question, brother? No, we can't do it today. We'll pass it. No, brother. We can't give you the last question. Honorable Minister, please.
Can I also add this question to the
question? Can we add question?
No.
Right, 10 seconds.
Let the honorable answer my question. Honorable, you got to commit to this.
I beg you, man, please. I just want to ask you.
I beg you, Chief. Jacob, wait. You know our country is political. You know that. You got to commit. You are the head now that you will not play politics with this Yellow Machine. I beg you, can you speak to it? Because opposition lawmakers called me. They believe that you will suppress them, you will not work in the district and the county, and that's the reason. So can you talk to us, please?
As a matter of fact, I depend on the legislature to approve the funding for the machines to work in their counties. How can they make funding available for the machines to work in their counties and we don't make it work? So I commit to ensuring that there's fairness in the decisions we take. And no private initiative I will support. No, I will not support a private initiative because they were not bought for private purposes. They were bought for the Liberian people and for the people in the country, for the people in the country to benefit. And let me state very clearly. If I did say 15 machines, there was an error on my part. There are 19 sets, 19 each sets. I just want to make that part clear. 19 each set. And as a result of that, four of the counties will receive 2 sets of 19. 2 sets of 19 each. That will be Bong, that'll be Grand Bassa, that'll be Nimba, and that'll be Lofa. The rest of the county will receive one set of 19 machines each. There'll be 19 hubs. I mean, one hub in each county, but 4 of the counties we have 2 hubs because of the 2 sets of machines. So I just wanted to correct that situation. So if I just said that I made a mistake, yes, I acknowledge I did, and I don't deny that. But the machine will be.
It will be fair for us to put you on this, and I think we have agreed to ask you this from Nathan. You're running to be senator for Lofa County. You're controlling the yellow machine. Isn't that a conflict? How will you excuse yourself, and when will you excuse yourself for it not to be? No, give me the chance to answer now. For it not to be a conflict, when will you excuse yourself on this?
No, as a matter of fact, it's an appointment. It's public service. Anywhere you serve, those people will see your efficiency. If I was a sitting senator today and there was somebody else who was given this task, I'll not be worried about that person because I will be serving my people instead of being worried about the machine that they're going to bring. As a matter of fact, I want to cooperate with that individual. I want to cooperate with the county that I'm in or the district I'm serving to make sure that the decision taken in the county or the decision taken for my district will get the benefit of it. Not to see yourself as part of the opposition or some guy wants to run. Yes, I made it very clear.
Thank
you. I made it very clear since the new government came to power, I was going to run as senator. There's no time frame for me to announce that I'm going to be running. I'm not campaigning. I'm telling my wife that it's coming, and they say I'm pre-celebrating. Yes, I have to celebrate that I'm preparing. I am preparing to do my job, but I'm going to separate my job from the work that I'm doing right now. So I have an organization that's running. So they're going to do what they have to do. And I will be doing the thing for the Liberian people. I will not be running in Kipmount, but I'll make sure the Kipmount will benefit. I'll not be running in Grand Group, but I'll make sure the Grand Group will benefit. I'll not be running in Tottenham, but I'll make sure the point in Bombay benefit. The same way in Sano.
Thank you very much, Chief. We will not be going to the phone line. We'll use the rest of the time to give 30 seconds to Jacob Jala and Kev Hassan. We'll leave. Sorry, guys, we cannot go to the phone line. I beg you, Kev, don't drag your question. Just 30 seconds.
Yeah. Can I come? My question is a quick one. My question is a quick question. I wanted to ask Mr. Samuka or Samuka. Is this? I'm talking about the coordinating committee now. The committee, you and I think your 3 other members. Is this going to be a full-time job for you? If it is full-time, or is it going to be part-time? If not, are you going to get compensated? Are you going to be paid a full salary? How much money is that going to be?
This is an ad hoc arrangement to allow for the president to do what he wants to do. That's what it is. Getting to allow himself to decide what he wants to do. And that decision is to support counties to make sure we can get those roles connected.
Yeah, my question is this going to be a 9 to 5 job for you full time?
No, I mean, when you said 9 to 5, we had to put up to 2 o'clock in the morning. I left to go home. So it can be a 9 to 5 job. You're right. It's good to ask the question, what is a full-time job? My appointment is based on the desire of the president, whether I'm performing well or not. He can decide to move me tomorrow morning. He can decide to send me anywhere else. He can decide whatever he chooses. But my job at this point in time is to get his intention accomplished, to get the mission he's given me accomplished. So, like you said, I work at the will and pleasure of the president.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My question wasn't very answered. Maybe I need to pose the question differently. I was asking whether this is going to be a you're going to be volunteering, or you're going to be paid.
Yes, it's a paid job. Are you kidding me?
How much money will you guys be taking home?
Just like the cabinet.
Just like the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
So some guys going to be making around about $5,000-$6,000.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. We want to know your pay, so we'll know what time to come visit you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kev. You come in quickly.
I tell you the truth. So I will not lie to you now on that because I was personal, but I'll tell you because the public service. That means
Kev, you want to hurry up? We got to run, sir.
Well, Minister, let me ask you this, right? You're talking about 1,000 men will be trained, right?
Well, I never told you 1,000 men because you're leaving the women out.
Okay, 1,000 Liberians.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful. I say and Kev. You gotta say when the man you're hiring, be very careful. It's a
1,000. Yeah, 1,000 Liberian will be trained, right? Minister, the equipment will be waiting for the 1,000 Liberians will be trained before get on the road, or what will happen?
Okay, what's going to happen is we're going to make an announcement for those vacancies very soon throughout the county, so that they'll be given a couple of weeks to do that. And upon the completion of the application that they have done, we'll collect those applications, collate them, and try to organize them.
That's not the question. If the equipment will be waiting until the process, that's
I'm giving you the process. But how can you tell our equipment if you have not hired anybody? How can you hire anybody if you don't put them through a process? You were talking about accountability.
How long the process? How long?
If you just wait, I'll give you the answer. We will be putting the announcement out within this week or next week. It all depends on a few things. Once those things are clarified for coordination purposes, the announcement will be made. The superintendent has to be aware. I can't make an announcement of what notification the Minister of Internal Affairs to notify the superintendent for them to get ready. It's a process. So when that goes on, after the process of the announcement, application will be received. When the applications are received, they'll be evaluated and they'll be tested. All of this take time. We're not going to do any hurry because somebody
will be waiting.
Yes.
All day.
Yes. When you want the equipment to do, who's going to run it?
Approximately how long with your experience?
It's going to take us up to October 31st before the machine.
Not to October.
31st.
So we're talking about almost 4 or 5 months from now.
That's correct.
Wow. Okay.
It takes 2 years to train an operator of one of those machines. So if somebody said they are trained, we have to put them through a rigorous rigorous evaluation process.
So waiting up to the end of the year for people to be fully trained, and the equipment will be waiting.
Yes. What you want us to do with the equipment? Put on the road, and tomorrow morning you criticize us? No. We will follow the process that is effective and efficient to get more bang for your bucks.
So we're saying that the equipment will be waiting.
We want to say thank you very much, Honorable Samuka. We do appreciate you. We say thank you for spending over 2 hours, 30 minutes with us. A great show tonight. I hope the Liberian people talk a lot. You're always welcome in this process of you coordinating the yellow machine. You are always welcome. And yes, indeed, only the truth will be told to the Liberian people. We respect you. Thank you for accepting the position I will offer to you by the president. And we believe 12 years you serve as defense minister under the Unity Party, Madam Salif government. You work excellently, but again, this is a different time, different season, and we expect nothing but your best. May God bless you and may God bless you. We're going to say to you, do your closing statement. Do your closing statement, and we'll move on, sir.
No, Chief, before you close, please give me.
Do your closing statement and move on, Chief.
Okay, we can ask 5 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. That's all I need.
Different agencies.
Please do your closing statement. We're backing you.
Let me express my thanks and appreciation to the different agencies of government that we have started working with, beginning with the Ministry of Public Works, the GSA, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Ministry of State, and also the National Port Authority Management, the APM Terminal. All of these are extremely helpful, as well as the Truckers Union at the port. These are the kind of coordination that we need to, we appreciate and want to thank all of them. I want to assure you that the intent of the president for the purchase of this machine and the legalization of them is to make sure that the roads are open in our country and in all of our counties. I give you my commitment of my best. I will do much more than you can expect, and I'm available to make sure any question you want to get clear. Once I have approved documents or approved budget or anything approved, I can bring it to the public. Once it is approved, it becomes a public document. It becomes a public thing that I have to bring. So I hope you understand. If I didn't answer all your questions today, please understand, as soon as I get authorization, I definitely will. Stanton, I want to appreciate you giving me the platform, and thank you ever so much. All of you on the platform, thank you. I know you didn't get all the answers the way you wanted, but I appreciate the questions that you were asking, and I'll take all of that as the lessons learned. Thanks to all of you, my friends.
I saw I come to Monrovia. I come in to visit your office.
It's always good to see the Honorable Samuka. Thank you very much. Now these guys can kill me all they want. It's okay. I think it was a beautiful show. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be having Gregory Kuhlman and his entire team on Spoon Talk. They created their own flyer, but again, the CEO, Madam Titikana, approved them. Who am I to say no? Gregory Kuhlman and his entire team. I can't wait for this discussion tomorrow. It will be a fire blazing discussion. But yes, indeed, the Liberian people deserve to know, and they deserve better. We want to welcome everyone for or against, imposition, opposition. We ask you the hard question, and you owe it to the Liberian people. They are paying you. So we're happy that we bring in Gregory Kuhlman, the Liberian National Police, and his entire team on the show tomorrow. I want to say thanks to Honorable Samuka, man. Over 2 hours, 30 minutes. He stood his ground. But guys, if you want to know anything about the loan given, you know, I can share some document with you. We discuss it on the show. If you don't have it, it's in our chat room. You can go back in our chat room and you can receive it. I want to say thanks to Representative Nathan Biad, the Honorable Gibson Jeru, Emmanuel George, the doctor from AMC, the UPT Wanokai, Asido CDC, Kev Hassan CDC, Jacob Jada CMC. It's been a great show. We appreciate you, Dama. When you're ready, just come on that we can wrap things up. While we do that, I want to say if you have any further comment, I'd like to send a special birthday greeting to my own sister, Bobby Zena White. Today is her birthday. My sister, we want to say we admire you. You're sweet. You're a sweetheart. Happy birthday to you. And we hope that God will bless you. God will give you long life. God will keep you moving, and you'll be moving in. Listen, you are one of the best out there, one of our constant follower on Spoon. We want to say happy birthday to you, Sister Bobby Zena White. Guys, this is Spoon Talk. This is your program. This is where you belong every primetime evening of our country, Liberia. Liberia deserves better. You plus me and the rest of the Liberian people, we can help to make our country better. Shout out to Brian Samuka and his entire team, and we wish them well. I want to say to you, let's close the show. Damo, we're waiting on you to close. Guys, you want to add anything? It's up to you now. I'll say you go ahead, brother.
Yes, thank you. So I wanted to maybe help Mr. Samuka because we will reach to that point. Let me reiterate, because I will make sure this particular day show I copy it and save it. So when I asked Minister Samuka how many pieces of yellow machine will each county get, I asked him for a specific reason. Initially, he said 15, and later he corrected himself and he said 19. So as we know on this show, each county will receive 19 pieces at the end of the distribution. Now let me come to this. You know, everyone that knows me from high school, I was a very bright person in math, very bright, I can tell you, and I'm still young. So when it comes to ABC 1, 2, 3 on the calculator, let me end. So, Minister,
nobody's stopping you. Nobody's saying anything to you.
No. I can't start on. The minister said 4 counties will have 2 sets of the machine. 2 sets. When I do ABC math, 4 counties times 19 times 2, it will give me 152 pieces. Balance 11 counties. If I do the other small math and I say 11 times 19, it will give me 209. If I add 209 to 152, it gives me 361 pieces of machine. However, we expect each county to get 19. I hope we don't forget, each county will receive 19 pieces of equipment. I just wanted to add it there. We will keep this show. We will wait for that time, and we will prove to you people how the Unity Party can lie. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you.
CEO, you muted. Are you?
If I can go to a meeting, that'd be great.
Okay, Mr. Jew, you can just make your point.
Yeah. Okay. Look, first of all, I really thank the panelists. They asked some very hard-moving questions. I realized that some of the questions will not be answered by Brandon Samoka because of the kind of position he occupies. Specific attention will be given to how the loan was obtained, because if the government is going to credit any amount of money that will yield interest, there must be a ratification of that loan. So if the government is going to UBA and getting 28 million or 21 million, 22 million, whatever millions that are going to bring the interest dividend to that bank, that particular loan need to be sent to the.
Can I ask a question to that? Can I ask you a question, Becky Gibson? First of all, I think, and maybe Minister Samuka will make this correction. It's 15, it's not 19. I think he went. I said, can I have this number? I said, you got to be disciplined, my man. Thank you, Chief.
But let him talk. It doesn't stop from correcting.
You don't want me to talk?
We are asking questions.
I said, even if you ask questions, you get your answer. I got my right to talk. You need to stop.
No, we don't want you to talk.
No. That will take you off my show. You don't want me to talk.
That when you see your boss, man, we don't want him to talk.
No, I will talk. You don't
want him to talk.
Yeah, because the man said 19. He don't want.
Okay, Representative, 1 minute. As I say, he will save this show, and I want you to save it. And I want to be on the record. The document I'm looking at is 15. It's not 19. Let it be corrected, Damo, that are on record too now. It will be 15.
As the argument is, you're not the executive coordinator of the SPCC, are you?
Okay.
Are you taking cabinet level?
So again, as an independent network, we verify information, we do cross-check and fact-check. I will announce to everyone, I'm not afraid of Asad Do and brother from Iran, Kev Hassan. I will say to everyone on this show, it's 15, it's not 19. Now we move on. Let me address the loan issue.
No, I was speaking.
Let me address the loan issue with Gibson. I beg you, Representative, 1 minute. Gibson, maybe when we have this show every day, people can forget Brother Gibson. But let's remind ourselves, this network, our network that we sit on, we broke the story. It was North when we broke the story. The Liberian lawmaker approved in the budget yellow machine. They approved it. When the information came up, the same opposition was saying, I told you yesterday it was gentleman agreement. Road fund money were allocated for yellow machine. It was there. And were also approved by them that even though the amount of this amount, you can go and take loan and pay. Let it come and speak otherwise or go find the 2025 budget. So $4.9 million was awarded to the person that won the bid. It was awarded to them. The total amount was 21.6 million Gibson. On the agreement, you go to the factory, the machine is manufactured, right? Prince Tamba, the Deputy Minister for Technical Affairs, when the man came back to government and said, government, all your machine ready now. The government sent Prince Tamba, the Deputy Minister. We all was on the show. Prince called on the show. It was assessed. It was approved. It was agreed upon when the machine will be put on the ship and be brought to Liberia. Another 25% of the money was given to the person that won the bid, the company, when the first set of machine arrived. The government, as of now, still holding back the last 50% of this money. When the 168 machine arrive, the government will pay this man his last 50%. The government presented $4.5 million, 16 point something million was loaned from UBA Bank. Was loaned from UBA Bank. This year budget 2026, go in the budget, around 6 point something million is already allocated for the first payment to the bank. So you cannot come back and say the lawmaker didn't approve it. The lawmaker approved it. The lawmaker making funds available to pay the bank of the 16 point something million they took. You cannot go back again and ask for ratification. You cannot go back again and ask for another approval. No, you cannot. It's already there. So I just want to say this. If you want some of the document, we were on the show. The bank charged an interest. We presented it on Spoon. When the conflict was between ABK and this Chinese company. And we show all those documents. I hope you guys can go back and look at it. But on that note, good question. It's not a bad question. We can laugh, we can joke. But I think
let me finish my comment.
The Liberian people, the Honorable Samuka did exceptionally well. He explained himself, his operation. People would think it's delayed, October too far, but hey, listen, it's better for us to be careful than to say we are sorry. When this thing failed, something that KEF won and ASIDO won, they won the worst disaster, and that's why they're saying these things. But I think it's on the government to be very careful for them to do an excellent work. And that's why Samuka was brought in. So to all of you who want to say,
just to finish up, please. Just to finish up, I still have concerns about the ratification. What you explained, the budget is a law. The allocation of the budget is a law. But if an agreement is between the government and any entity, that agreement needs to be rectified. The allocation by the House, by the legislature to pay for certain things may be a law that is in the budget, but the contract itself needs to be ratified.
Okay, so you're not need the allocation part of the money part of the contract.
No, I was not even talking about allocation.
So it's okay. So it's okay.
I was not even talking about allocation. I was talking about ratification.
I respect your investigation. I respect your investigation. When it comes to this, you get 47 years more than I do, and I respect that. So again, I want to say we'll find reason why, whether they went back to the lawmaker for ratification on the contract, we'll bring that answer to you before Judgment Day. I want to say to all of you, no, I can't even give you 30 seconds. I beg you. Dama, let's go. It's good seeing you on today, my man. Bye. I want to say thanks to all of you. It's always good that we're on the show. We appreciate your time. Come back again tomorrow. We'll be having Gregory Kuma and his entire team.
You bringing the team back? You think they bring them back?
Yeah, I can't do away with them. Not in trouble. I again want to say to all of you, Gregory Kuma and his entire Liberian National Police will be here tomorrow. A special birthday greetings to our sister, Bobby Zina White. We hope you're enjoying your day. We hope you're celebrating well. Enjoy, sister. It's good having you on Spoon as well. I want to say thank you, Emmanuel George. Thank you, Representative Nathan Bia. Thank you, T. Wanokai. As they do, it's always good seeing you. Jacob Jada, thanks. Kev Hassan. And to you, Damas Langer, thank you for producing. Till we meet again tomorrow, have a wonderful, wonderful time.
I'm taking off from work tomorrow because of Gregory Kuma. Tomorrow, I'm not going to work. I'm taking off. So, tell Gregory Kuma say we'll be here tomorrow. I'm not working.
Come on.
I see you.
I'm not going to work tomorrow. We'll be here. You see your boss man not tend to the man.
Bye-bye.
Aze, we hear you. You are the best math student. Baba, see you tomorrow. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. The show returns tomorrow with the Inspector General of Police and his entourage appearing on the show to kickstart the work week. So Gregory Coleman, Colonel Gregory Coleman, IGP, will be on the show along with his principal deputies so that we can ask the tough questions and get the right information. My name is Diamond Slanger. It's been a pleasure being here. Have for yourselves a wonderful night for those of you in Liberia, and good day to you, whichever part of the world you are. is a wrap from Monrovia.
Yes, sir. Special from the CEO standing with the spoon. And your boy, right with the South.